This is a HeadGum podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. I am your host, Ian Karmel. Today, we are drafting, it's almost a little hard to explain. Today, we are drafting the best cities in America to spend a weekend in. Not to live in, not to raise your children in. We're not asking about school quality or property taxes or like how many green grocery stores there are in that area. This is just to spend a weekend in. To draft the best cities in America to spend a weekend in, I have brought back everyone's favorite group from All Fantasy Everything so far, David Gborie, and Sean Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh off the success of the Malls podcast, which if you haven't listened to, go check out right now. It was super fun. We're coming in hot and drafting. Not only are you guys, you're my friends, you're very funny, but you're also comedians who spend a lot of time on the road.
Oh yeah.
So we've seen a lot of America. We are qualified.
I've seen the gross stuff.
Yeah,
that weird part of America where you're like, nobody would vacation here.
Yeah.
But
here I am vacation.
But it
for
can
2
be
days.
For 2 days.
I was king.
Yeah, if you're putting me up and giving me free drinks for an hour and a half that night at the club, I can make this a fun city.
It doesn't take much, I've found.
It really doesn't take much.
I just have to after second show, if I'm feeling good, it's gonna be a good night.
It's good no matter where you are.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah. It's just gonna be fun because I did comedy, I got paid, and then I'm like, oof, I'm 10 feet tall, man.
Exactly, yeah. You've already caught a little buzz, and you're like, but you have the show went well buzz, too.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that. It honestly feels like you glide out of the club.
Yeah, it's the one I feel as sexy as I feel in my head all the time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, man, untouchable, slicker than worm sperm. You're good? Oh, man.
Fucking fresher than wet paint, dude. Just walking around. What is this, downtown Milwaukee? Yeah, dog? It is downtown Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's downtown Davidtown now.
Portland, Gborie again. When you do shows up in my hometown.
Well, now we can't talk anymore because that was the best thing.
Yeah,
now we gotta stop.
Just to remind people where they can see David on Twitter, you are at the G is silent.
Yes.
On Instagram, Cool Guy Jokes 87. Sean Jordan on Twitter, you are at Sean S Jordan, and on Instagram, I'm gonna let you say it.
Sean Cougar Melon Jordan.
There it is. Yeah. And we're Cougar gonna Melon have a good pod. Nah, I blew it.
It was complicated.
We're Cougar.
Ian Insane Clown Posse Carmel.
Ian ICP.
Ian Stills and Nash.
ICP. The first albums is my
Tunnel of Love.
Yeah,
Riddlebox. What are we talking
first
about?
Couple.
Great Malenka. Which one of the 6 Joker cards?
Which one has chicken hunting on it?
That'd be Tunnel of Love.
I like that one.
Yeah, or Riddlebox.
They have good. There's some good.
They do have good songs.
Like, if you guys ever look up Twisted with the Z, they are good at rapping. I remember
good at it, and sometimes they have cool beats.
When I was 17 years old, I think, and I paid $20 American to go see ICP in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Twisted with a Z and Misery with a Z opened up. And
it's a good card,
dude.
It's a good card.
It's a good fucking card.
Still,
phenomenal.
To this day, I'm like, it was a hilarious, awesome. It was a spectacle.
ICP is a little bit like a Sizzler. Like, it's good. You've eaten there before, but the clientele kind of scares you away.
Yeah, but also excites you.
It does excite you a little bit. Like, here I am in my actual element. I don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah, I thought I was something else. I thought it was somebody else.
Just doing the Wayne's World, like, is this cool? Everyone's like, yeah, Doc, it's cool.
Yeah,
I've been to
you're at the show.
I've been to probably legitimately in my life 10 Juggalo shows and had a great time at 9 of them.
And that's a better ratio than any other group of people.
Yeah.
I saw Tech 9, and that was one of the dopest shows I've ever seen. Tech 9, and I didn't like it was Head PE and the Cottonmouth Kings, which I'm not thrilled about, but Tech 9, dope. And that's a Juggalo show, right?
Yeah, Tech 9
Definitely
is he's not even honorary at this point. It's just
what is it about? You're from the Midwest. What is it about the Midwest that make ICP and Tech 9?
I do not know.
Tech
9's from Kansas City.
Yeah, that's the Midwest. But that's it's like the rap Galapagos Islands where these people They have no access to like the rest of the world, so they evolve in these really weird ways.
Because they want to get super buck and dance around and and have a mosh pit. You can't really have a mosh pit at an E40 concert. You could, but
it'd be tough.
It's a whole different vibe.
It gives you like the excuse. It's like listening to Limp Bizkit, but you can also say it's rap. You're like, no, I went to a hip hop show, and everyone's like, okay, they don't assume it was
yeah.
So you get like the best of both of those worlds, and then you move, and you're like, okay.
And you're like, there's other rap.
That was a part of my life.
Yeah. But we're not even hating on it. We're celebrating.
No, it's
we love it.
I don't down it. I crown it for sure, man.
I mean, that's a whole other rap groups that you're ashamed of, but actually listen to.
That's the thing. I'm not ashamed of any of them now.
You actually aren't ashamed of any. You would go, how much would you pay to go see an ICP concert?
If it was within my, within my means, I'd pay like $40, $50.
$50?
It was a great... Okay. Anybody listening, go listen to The Great Malenko. It's hilarious. All of it's hilarious.
They are ridiculous.
And it's the thing. It's a spectacle. I'm not thrilled about the music. I've gotten in so many arguments with people where I'm like, would you go see them for free? And everyone's like, no, I wouldn't. And I'm like,
I don't believe... I don't see anything for free.
I would... Anything. And if you don't like it, leave. I'm not saying you got to stick around. It's like if there's a stadium across the street, you got a free ticket, you walk in, VIP, you're up in the VIP. Go see it for free for a second.
Dude, I will say, because you can get so, like, never gotten more buck than fucking, I went and saw, what was this group? I can't even remember they're from. They're based out of Aurora, Colorado. What up, what up?
Yeah.
I got so drunk and just was like dancing my ass off.
And it was just like a free concert?
It was like a free concert,
yeah.
But like I kind of know one of the dudes, and it was like a crazy night. Some dude beat somebody up outside and then ran in the pit and changed clothes with somebody else.
What?
So he didn't get caught.
Yeah.
This other dude fought my friend and then tried to go kill this dude in a box truck. Like he had a box truck and he's like, "You gonna ride?" And I was like, "Yo, juggalos are lit!" Like
what?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You guys did it different in Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora, Colorado, man. Oof.
That's fucking nuts. That stuff never happened in Beaverton, Oregon.
Didn't happen in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Trying to kill somebody in a box truck.
Yeah, and like he was like, "You riding?" to all these people, and I was like, because there's this thing when you
I guess you can fit a lot of people in the back
in a
of a
box truck.
You can bring
it
the
was
whole
like
crew.
this dude and this other dude named Dana, and it was crazy. But the thing is, like, when somebody asks me a question I've heard in a rap song, it's really hard for me to turn it down.
Yeah.
Like, when he was like, "You riding?" it was hard to be, not like, cock a gun or something. I just had to be like, "Bro, I gotta work, man."
I
Just
love
so I
to
could
ride.
pull over and be like, "Hey, Doe, let me out the car, man." Just so I could say that, I would say, yes, I'm going to ride.
You get in just for that moment.
Just for the exit. I understand.
I'm going to go home to my dad, Lawrence Fishburne.
Furious?
Yeah, Furious Styles.
Furious Styles is waiting at home for me.
What a great name.
That's the best. Furious is a great fucking name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This has nothing to do with the best places to chill for a weekend, but Ian and I were talking about this last night. How much do you think it would have taken... How much money would someone have to give your mother to let them name you instead of her?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you come out...
I think my mom would have done it on the cheap.
$50 grand, I'm going to name him Furious Gborie.
I think my mom would have done it because she just gave me my grandpa's name. It isn't even like... She didn't, like, dig deep in the ranks.
It's not, like, particularly meaningful.
Yeah. She just gave me your dad's name. So, like, I think she would have done it on the... I think you could have named me cash in hand in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, you just walked up. I think you could have done it...
case, then she keeps the attaché case. Like, what's in it?
Yeah. I think she would have done it for $2,000. I think you could have named me for $2,000.
See, that is... We were pretty broke when I was born, and I was wondering what Kelly Jordan would have let it ride for. Like, we're going to name him, like, PlayStation Jordan, you know? And, like...
I think as long as it's not like an insane name, if like there's a stipulation where it's like, I'm not going to name your kid like fuck Burrow.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Or like shit Stephanie. Like it's just the word shit and then Stephanie, but no breaks. Like it's not going to be anything like that. But it's going to be a name that someone has had before.
Mortimer,
but I get to pick it.
Ebenezer, Ichabod.
You can hide your name so well.
So easy.
David is my middle name. My first name is Sar.
Yeah.
I just don't go by it because I never have.
Dude, you could go by S. David Gborie.
Oh,
I love that.
Ooh, S. And then you could be
S. Dot.
You could be S. Dot,
dude.
Our friend Adam Posse calls me S. Dot.
Yeah,
and
that's a
so
good name.
From the South Dakota.
It's got to be you now.
See, I love that. I love the first initial middle name move.
Yeah,
The
it's
first
fantastic.
initial whole middle name.
Middle name.
Last name.
It doesn't work.
Classy.
George Karmel doesn't work. Because I is like, George Karmel.
Yeah, I is the problem.
Yeah. But dude, if it was like G. Ian Karmel,
G. Ian Karmel would be
yeah. But it sounds a little too much like G. Easy, and I don't know if I want to get on that wave yet.
We're not sure if it's going to crash.
We're not. All right, what is S. Patrick Jordan?
Yeah, S. Patrick.
I would buy that book.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Powell's used like a book of poetry by S. Patrick Jordan.
Yeah, his Tales of South Dakota.
Yeah.
During the turn of the century.
Dude,
My name is
the Corn Palace.
S. Patrick Jordan, son of P. Kevin Jordan.
P. Kevin.
Drinker of beers.
Kevin
Breaker
Jordan.
of hearts. Ruiner of relationships.
Owner of drastic haircuts.
Owner of a lonely heart.
Owner of a lonely
We nicknamed a kid in high school Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Man,
that was
you
his
should have
full
called
nickname.
him Boner of a Lonely Heart. He was
Owner
right
of
there.
a lonely heart.
That's
We should do this podcast.
Yeah, we
All
should
right,
do this podcast.
So the way to determine the order, the way we always do, is the two of you will play a game of rock, paper, scissors. 1 out of 1. The winner determines the order. And again, this is a serpentine draft. And for those of you who don't know, serpentine means if you pick first, then you pick last in the second round, first in the third round, last in the fourth, and so on. So it's like reverses the order every round.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh, paper.
Oh shit!
I fucked up the flow. That's my bad. This is one people.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck you, dude.
Ooh, David
You
Gborie.
got to come back with the rock.
The G is silent. Wins rock against scissors. And
It's a
there's
serpentine.
yeah.
You know what? I am super comfortable with my picks, and I don't think anybody's going to take them.
Yeah.
So I'll actually go last this round.
Ooh.
I'll go last.
Yeah.
I'll put Jordan S. first.
First,
Rich Homie Carm second.
right in the middle. Right in the
David
middle.
Lodge.
Thank you for
Okay.
giving my Christian name.
No problem.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
So, the first pick, I'm thrilled to get it started. Obviously, it's going to be Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah.
The absolute.
No one else was going to take it.
Yeah, that's
I was so excited to say it with that much confidence. I wanted it to be first. I didn't even need to wait to have it be last. That's how much faith I have in my city.
In the entirety of the United States, Purple Mountain's Majesty, Amber Ways of Grain, Sea to Shining Sea, Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
I could walk you. See, it's a
Walk us through
it's
the
a
pick.
sleeper.
Yeah,
I'll walk
I
you.
wanna
I'll
know
walk
what
you
your
through a day in
weekend
Sioux
Well, it's
Falls,
not a
South
sleeper
Dakota.
because it went first.
It's in
LeBron
the
James.
vacation sense. It's a sleeper
Yeah,
of like
what's Kwame Brown?
people don't want to go there. So you go to Sioux Falls. You fly into the Joe Foss Regional Airport.
Now, who's Joe Foss?
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
He's the dude the airport's named after.
Yeah.
You fly in. You could go get the regional dish. It's called Chislick. If you wanted to go get lunch, you go
That's
get some
made
Chislick.
up.
It's not. It's deep fried steak bits with garlic salt on it, and you dip it in barbecue sauce. Have some toast with it. It's the best. It's
Why
the
does it
best.
sound like Snoop Dogg named it?
Get this. We used to call
Gonna
it
islick some
Chislick. Huh?
Chislick?
Huh? What do you do? What do
Oh,
you do?
I get it,
Make
I
your own
get it.
humor in
You
Sioux
and
Falls.
Boner of a Lonely Heart sitting down for some Chislick.
You have some Chislick. You go to the skate park if you feel so inclined. You could hit the bike trails. There's a 20-mile bike trail that goes perfectly around the city.
Yeah.
And the only bad part of it is where you can see the state penitentiary.
Right.
That is oddly located in the city of Sioux Falls, which
They
is
didn't
bananas.
even give a damn.
In the city. But other than that, the whole bike trail is fantastic. And it goes right through the falls, which they're named after, the Sioux Falls. And it's very pretty. It's an extremely in like 94, Sioux Falls was voted the #1 city in America to like raise a family. It's fantastic. And the nightlife.
Again, we're not saying raise a family.
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
the thing.
weekend.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
an
go
adult weekend.
Wild for the night.
Give
Fuck
us-
being polite.
You go to Tommy
Ooh,
Jack's.
yeah. Give us
you
a
go-
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The thing is, there were so many house parties, and I'm a big house party
Okay,
person.
I love house
There's
parties.
house parties
Yeah.
for days. A city where you have to make your own fun, to me, is a really good time.
Yeah.
Like where because there's not, downtown is sort of popping, but you would go to house parties and there'd be like beer bongs and slip and slides and just fun stuff going on all the time.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
That's a good selling point.
Mix
Like
it up with the locals.
everybody was always down to be like, yeah, let's go play lawn darts, or let's go play bags in the front yard or something, or let's just walk around with 40s around the block and like see what's going on. It was,
I like that.
Yeah, it's a fantastic place. The house party scene was the best. That's my selling point.
That's a great selling point. I'm gonna jump in with who Joe Foss was, just so we
got it?
all know together. He was a United States Marine Corps major and the leading Marine fighter ace in World War II.
There you go.
So, dude, he was just like up there in the plane, just, just shooting down Nazis.
Oh, he's like the Red Baron.
Yeah.
Was the Red Baron a Nazi?
No, that was World War I, so he's all right. He's all right, I think. And don't hold me to that.
I only know him for his pizza recipe.
Oh, no, he was in the Pacific Theater, so he was not gunning down Nazis. But I feel like he would have, given the opportunity.
Yeah.
And he's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Born in 1915.
Right. Probably had Agrippa house parties, maybe at the Pedigree Museum.
Yeah, but he died in Scottsdale, Arizona, which I assume you'll be taking second.
If any of you live in Scottsdale, I apologize for the hearty laugh, the hearty gut laugh that we all just had.
So, what were some of the gnarlier house parties you went to?
I feel like these aren't selling points, but they were very memorable. We went to this party at Funky Town. This dude, Matt Funky, used to have house parties all the time.
Yeah.
And it got shot up one time at a house party. Yeah, it got shot up. Things got a little too buck in the room, and these dudes are like, we're coming back, we're going to shoot the party up.
And they did.
Nobody believed them.
I know, it rarely happens.
It never happens. Nobody believed him, and I was like, I was like, I'm dipping, I'm going to leave, and everyone's like, what, dog? And I'm like, I'm going to leave. And then
Did
they
you
fucking
feel like
shot it
they
up.
were going to come and shoot it?
I knew they were going to.
Did you know them?
Loosely.
You just knew that they rolled that hard.
Yeah, dude, it was bananas. There was one party where my friend Rat, was moving out of his house and they were going to tear it down.
Yeah.
So we had a hole in the wall punching party. Like, punch holes in the wall party.
That would be the best part.
It was. And so years
later. It's like
later.
that scene in Pinocchio where they just devastate that, right? Isn't that in Pinocchio where they.
Oh, yeah, they
on that island,
the house up.
They just fucked that house up, yeah.
The Island of Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Years later.
Sioux Falls is the Island of Bad Boys, dude.
Damn right. That's the tattoo I have on my lower back. Years later, we were hanging out with Rat in a house that I used to live in that was not getting torn down, and he had a punch a hole in the wall party anyways in the basement in a house that was not getting torn down. And then my roommate,
not give a fuck.
My old roommate came home and he's like, one of the whole walls in the basement was just fucked. It was gone. And Rat's like, yeah, we just.
That wasn't a punch a hole in the wall party. That was a give a drywall contractor $1,500 party.
Does Rat do drywall? Is that the kicker?
Dude, it was bananas.
What about the Halloween party, the rap karaoke Halloween party stuff?
Oh, dude, yeah. Every Friday the 13th we have like a machete party or so like they used to. Now we do it they do it at the skate park, but we used to do it at Joey and Adam's, my friend Joey and Adam's house. You know Adam.
Yeah.
And so every Friday the 13th they have a machete party where they build an obstacle course inside and outside of the house, and then the winner gets a machete wrapped in barbed wire, basically. And
that's that machete shit.
Yeah,
it's the absolute dopest. It's so fun because it's a whole day of just like, you show up, you help build the course, and then you get like 20, 30 people there, and then Joey or DJ would just give you like a run through, and you're like, okay, like one time you had to like do a figure eight through all these like standing up Jason masks, and then sit back to back with somebody, and then shotgun a beer, and you could do the race as many times as that was just a small part. You could do the race as many times as you wanted, so every time you did it, you had to shotgun a beer.
Oh my God.
So by the end of the night, there's people like trying to jump hurdles that had shotgun like 9 beers in the last half hour.
You were the adult Legends of the Hidden Temple nature.
That's exactly the last machete party they had. They built, you know how you had to put the trophy together?
Yeah.
They built one. DJ did. I don't know how he did it, but it was like a foam temple with a Jason head that was a machete that you plugged into the top to seal it, and there were 4 different quadrants that you had to go to.
Whoa.
They're so tight, and that's what I'm saying. I've never been to a city where people, and maybe they do, but like I've never been to a city where it's like that is what all of our friends are doing that night, because
that's not what we did.
Nothing else going on. It's
fucking...
like there's nothing else to do, so you just go to the machete party.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, and you necessity shit to do because you lived in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
Well, and what about the rap karaoke on Halloween? Is that on Halloween? When is that?
Dude, yeah, hip hop karaoke with Soul Crate Music, the Soul Crate boys.
Soul Crate. I feel like I've heard of multiple DJ collectives being called that.
These are the best ones.
I think they're so great.
They're a hip hop group, right?
They used to be, they used to be called the Urban Ills, and they hated it.
Urban Ills,
and still calling them Ills. And like now that they're all grown up, they'll be like, "Come on, man." Like, it's hilarious. I'm kidding.
That's really funny though.
They were the first time I ever saw hip hop karaoke or heard of it was so every Halloween they've been doing it for like 6 years. They'll do hip hop karaoke, and it is for the three of us who all want to be rappers desperately. I got to rap. Me and my friend did M and Dre Guilty Conscience, and we for like a week beforehand he made a CD with just the beat.
Yeah.
So we would both drive around in our cars just trying to get the beats right, rapping
Who?
I was I think I was Eminem because he swore more. This is my friend John. Who doesn't swear or drink or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was him?
He was Rude Boy. And he doesn't.
Dr. Dre's the voice of reason.
Yeah. So I was M because he was the worst one.
Yeah, okay. Fuck that. Do that shit. Hit that lick.
Yeah.
It was sick, dude. And it was so goddamn fun. And we went first, knocked it out of the park. And then my friend Todd's a Coward tried to do Can't See Me without,
Without George Clinton? What?
Without saying the N-word, basically.
That would be almost impossible.
But he was succeeding, but he was like screaming the whole time. Halfway through the song, you ran out of breath. And you're looking at him, you're like, Tupac was in shape, dude.
Yeah,
That's a really technical song.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially without how does he do the real blank fingers on nickel-plated non-trick?
I'm saying, it was crazy. I was like, why did you even think you could do that?
So hard to do.
Song.
It's a great song.
It'd be hard to do if you were
caught up
Tupac.
in wanting to do it,
I
but
feel
also
like, I
respect the song.
understand.
Yeah.
You think it's like the deep cut.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be like, whoa. I get where you're coming from.
Yes, because it's not the first Tupac song you think of, but it might be the one you're most stoked about hearing when it comes on.
Yeah.
Because you would never think of it.
Yeah.
There was
The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes, looking hard but can't realize.
that my friends Adam and Frat would not spark the bowl until that song was on. So they would cruise around in my friend Adam's whip all the time and smoke weed. Frat wouldn't spark the bowl until Can't See Me came on.
Whoa. I didn't know people had so much love for that song. Like, I like it, but I didn't know it was like, I get it though.
Yeah.
I get it too.
It's amazing.
I didn't at first get Sioux Falls as a pick, but now I feel like I understand
you
it
really
a little
made
bit.
I mean, of course
case.
of course I was going to pick that, and obviously it wasn't going to go, but it just had to be my jump off.
Well, I have the
had
second
to.
pick.
Yeah, go for it.
Of the first round of the Fun Cities to Spend a Weekend in, All Fantasy Everything. And as much as it breaks my heart to do so, I can't take the Rose City. I can't.
PDX
I
up
can't
top?
go PDX, even though I love it so
Portland,
much.
your native son, lets you down.
I got to go with New Orleans, Louisiana.
Shit, I get it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
I get it.
There's not a more fun city. Just 3 days, 4 might kill you. 5 probably definitely will. Like
That third day when you're like,
dude,
But you're just pushing it through. It's hard. It's all hard.
it's all hard on that third day.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you don't have any like clean undershirts left somehow, even though you packed plenty.
I don't care.
All your sweat towels are dingy.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
when you need to get out.
And you need a fucking sweat towel in New Orleans.
Dude, grips.
They-
You're always glistening.
You're always glistening, but it's nice that everybody's glistening. This isn't the main selling point of New Orleans, by the way. Dude, it doesn't close. You can go as hard as you want there. The food is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't understand how because you'll walk around and most people are fat, but not everybody. I don't understand how not everybody's fat there. Because like it's like beignets and muffalettas and like those sandwiches with like debris. I forget the name of the restaurant, but
Lots
there's
of gravy.
lots of gravy for such a hot place. They're a very gravy and thick soup heavy.
Yeah, fried
people.
foods, but it's
You're
so
already sweating.
hot.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? I mean,
I
you
guess
might
there's
as well
no
get
difference.
you can only get so sweady.
That's
and then
true.
they're like,
Your
fucking
face
put
is
some
only
hot
going to
sauce
get
on it.
so shiny.
Yeah,
Put
but
some catfish grease on it.
Right,
What's the difference?
it's crazy that gumbo is like associated with New Orleans, though. You'd be like,
It's like
it's
physical
so
gumbo.
thick and hot. The city is gumbo, so I guess it is the soup that feels like the city. Yeah. But if you try, like, here's this bowl. Where do you think this is native to? This like bowl of food. I'd be like, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah.
That's where you'd have to be to eat something that thick and hot.
Somewhere
Yeah.
where they eat borscht.
Right, exactly. And it's like, no, it's one of the warmest places in the United States, one of the thickest. But there's nothing like walking down like through the French Quarter or anything like, and just not. I don't even really fuck with Bourbon Street, although that can be a fun.
It can be fun.
You gotta be in the you gotta be in the right mood.
You have to be hammered and then go to Bourbon Street.
You can't go there and get your first drink on bourbon. Just excuse me.
Yeah.
Let me get a whalebone.
You gotta go up like getting hurricanes.
Yeah, you got to be hammered working your way to Bourbon Street, and then once you're on Bourbon, because if you get there sober, it's just a street that sober. If you get there sober,
That just caught me so funny. If you get there sober,
you're gonna be super bummed. Because it smells like barf and piss. The street does. It just doesn't drain properly, and people piss and barf all over it.
Yeah, it's like another country.
Yeah, it really is. Just this one street. But if you're there, if you're like 4 drinks deep, and then you get there, and you're like, "Oh, this is where I need to be."
What's that street with all? It's not Bourbon Street, but it's near there. It's like walkable.
Frenchman's or
Exposition, where all the music is and stuff
yes,
like that.
yeah.
I was walking there one time, drunk as shit, and I just stumbled into like a Jamaican block.
That's fucking
like a block. It was the craziest. They had grills in their trunks, like meat, and they were making meats,
dude,
and a bunch of just for a block. And I was like, "Yo, this is lit!" And then I just stumbled on out. But it was like it was crazy.
I was just in New Orleans. I bought meat out of the back of a truck. Or trunk of a car, not even a truck.
Trunk meat is the
Did
best
it have
meat.
Like
it was so good.
Like a heating apparatus?
He had like a grill
Like a
set up in
Coleman.
there.
God, that's
Like a Coleman in the trunk.
And he was selling like these like jerk meatballs.
Yeah.
Just like selling them to people out of the back.
Why didn't Exhibit ever do that?
I don't know. That would have been really. Yeah.
I think it's
If
not
that right.
I don't think
Your
it's
car's a
super
fucking
legal.
grill.
Yeah. The lawyers at MTV were like, "I'm
weird
sorry,
restaurant licenses.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zibbit,
Zibbit.
X Zibbit. That's his
X dot.
Xavier Zibbit.
Yeah,
dude.
Xavier Zibbit. Of the Highland Park Zibbits.
Xavier
That's so-
Zibbit.
Of the Highland Park Zibbits.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zibbit. Your loan's been denied.
My father's.
Do you
Mr.
know who
Zibbit.
I am?
Call me X.
My family has done a lot for this city, all right?
Oh no, not like Governor Zibbit. Yes, like Governor Zibbit.
Did you say Exhibit or Xavier's my father?
Yeah. No, Mr. Zibbit's my father.
Please
Call me X. Yeah.
X to the Z also works.
He gets
to the
out. Call
Z,
me
dude.
X.
Oh God. But there, New Orleans, when you're walking by bars and like there's music coming out of every single one of those bars, like different songs. It's just like and it's a city that's in love with itself. And I think the best cities are cities that are a little bit in love with themselves and what makes them unique. New Orleans fucking loves New Orleans.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oakland is the same way.
Yeah. Everyone who lives there, it's their favorite city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nobody in New Orleans who's like, I'd love to live in Des Moines, but I grew up here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's everyone who lives there. It's their favorite fucking place on earth
Nice.
for the most
City
part.
pride is such an attractive thing to me.
Yeah.
I've always thought.
It
It bugs me so much when people hate on where they're from. And I get not everyone's from the best place, but you're from there.
Yeah.
I love city pride. I love it.
Well, we know.
Yeah, you rep. What do you call it? There's got to be a cool name for Sioux Falls. What do you call it?
There's not.
Screw Falls.
Screw Falls.
Yeah.
It just is.
He did it.
We're not talking about Sioux Falls anymore.
I would call it Zoo Falls.
Zoo Falls. Oh,
Yeah, like
Zootopia.
Brooklyn Zoo.
Zootopia.
Yeah. Oh,
Zootopia, dude.
come on, man. It's open. It's wide open.
Zootopia. A town named Sue.
The Sioux Empire.
The mighty Sioux Empire.
Yeah, dude.
That's what it is. Sioux Empire.
Dr. Sue. Yeah. For the nerds. Just for the nerds in the house. Dr. Sue, dude. Yeah, New Orleans it's amazing. Like on every level, I feel like it's the perfect city to just spend a week. Because any more than that, you're going to kill yourself. But the food is so good. There's this place called Mr. B's that has this barbecue shrimp. That is one of the most decadent, delicious things I've ever had. And you can get that.
Shrimp.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like this soup. It's like with shrimp in it. And they give you this bread and it's literally, you'll lick the bowl. You could be at a table with, your girlfriend's father who you're meeting for the first time, and you wouldn't be able to stop like licking the bowl.
Man.
That good.
I've licked the bowl. I've gotten face deep in like some bisque.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I love getting down in a bisque, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, and they got fucking bisque there too. They got the beignets, at that I forget the name of that place, which I have the mug from there. As a selling point. I forget.
Yeah.
It's the famous place that does like the chicory coffee.
I like to go down there and just get like a plate of grits and a mug full of gravy. Just start my morning.
Absolutely. Just start it off there.
Yeah.
Just slow that blood down.
Yeah.
Cafe du
Whoa,
Monde.
heartbeat.
We move slow in the South.
Yeah. We'll take it easy.
Don't want to get too sweaty walking for the next fight.
Yeah.
Because we're 40% gravy.
Our blood moves slower, you understand. Yeah.
Like the Mississippi River, lazy.
You just winding. By this point, it is, too. That river kind of sets the pace for it. It's just like
I think like
big and slow.
towns definitely draw on or places draw on like what's by them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's got
that's
that
why
vibe.
beach towns feel like beach towns.
Yeah, there's no like go beach town. At least
Yeah.
not in the United States.
I feel like Houston is close to the beach.
Houston is kind of closer to the beach, and that's a slow place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, even if you don't want to get hammered, if you have that like afternoon where you're like, I should take it easy, there's just like so much fun history there. It's like one of America's oldest cities.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. If you look at it, the buildings, there'll be like pink houses next to turquoise houses, and it all feels natural. It's just great. You go to Lafitte's bar, it's like been open since like the 1600s or some crazy. Some like, let me see exactly when it's been open since. But you can go have a drink in a place that's been open since the 1700s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they say there was a huge fire and they like had like they saved just that bar because it was so important. Because people love getting hammered there so much. And still to this day, people love getting hammered there.
I respect that.
And it's open till like 3, 4 in the morning.
That's the thing about New Orleans
Yeah.
is like I've gone in a bar in New Orleans when it was dark and come out when it was light again.
Yeah.
And just been like, ugh. And then there's like a bunch of steampunks there. So it was like this weird time at like 6 o'clock in the morning where I was like bright out and there's all these steampunks around and I was like, this could be 2065.
How long was I in there?
Yeah. Like prove it that I didn't just fucking Rip Van Winkle my shit.
Right, exactly. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that. I got to see a newspaper.
Yeah.
Like a Midnight in Paris type situation. Like, it could be.
It could be.
And you're hammered, so you convince yourself. You're like, yeah, it is.
It is.
Not it could be. It is.
I've done
goddammit.
it.
Well, I took New Orleans with my first pick. David Gborie, it is time for your first pick.
A lot of people would think I would go Mile High Till I Die.
Yep.
Honestly, I got to go with my second city, my home away from home, the sucker free, man, San Francisco, California.
San Francisco.
It is the best freak town ever. Like, if you're a freak and you're a weird person, it, like, is so embraced. Like, I've never gone to a city and gone out and got drunk and been like, everyone here is going to get laid tonight.
Yeah.
like that's how that city feels. Is like, it feels like everyone's going to get laid. Nobody's here for a long time.
Yeah.
You meet the weirdest people because you'll just be drinking, and then now all of a sudden you're drinking with these Croatian dudes, and holy shit, he's got acid, and then this other one's got a roof you can hang out with. Now it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You're talking to some dude who was in a punk band called the Ex-Boyfriends, and he's shitting on the Castro gays because the Mission gays are cooler, and you're just like, what happened? And then you wake up in a park. And it's okay.
That's amazing. Right.
It's okay.
Because that's almost the city's proudest tradition is nights like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I've never gotten weirder with groups of stranger people than I have in San Francisco. And everybody gets laid because they're all weirdos. They just want to touch something.
Yeah.
You just want to rub up on something in the night.
They just want
matter.
the physical consistency of an erect penis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, San Francisco at 4 a.m. will make you do things you didn't know you could do.
Yeah.
Or like, Sam Talent, my great friend, came out to San Francisco and we started drinking at 6 p.m. By 3 o'clock in the morning, I was bombing a shortboard down a San Francisco hill on the way to the beach. hit the tracks, right?
Rough idea.
Dude,
so
I got
shitty.
probably 6-7 blocks too. I was
Damn.
flat moving.
Had you skateboarded before?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I rode a skateboard before.
Yeah, but not
I
like
was
bombing
Way past
a hill?
the point where you can just jump off.
Yeah,
By then, you're like,
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
either fall or I make it.
And it was starting to get I was getting the speed wobbles, and then I hit a fucking track.
Damn.
Like one of the train tracks, fell, busted my head open. I'm bleeding, right, from my head. These two hobos are drinking tequila in a stairwell. They're like, holy shit, man, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know, man. And they're like, come over here. So I go over there, and I'm pounding this tequila with these hobos. My friends catch up to me. They're like, are you okay? You're bleeding. I was like, I'm fine. Let's go to the beach. Then me and Sam Talent go to the beach. We strip down into our underwear, and we run to the beach. And this is like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I got a head
With a
wound. There's
busted head, about to get in some salt water.
Shark water. Shark water. I dropped my phone in the water because I'm trying to take a picture, right? Sam Talent looks at me under the full moonlight in our underwear in the ocean, this beautiful spot. And Sam looks at me and he's like, you don't need it. And I was like, I don't need it. And it was like so beautiful. I woke up the next day and totally missed work, and it sucked that I didn't have my phone.
That'd be,
Yeah.
The
But
last
that
thing I
night
thought you were
is
going to say
like-
is that you went to work the next day.
No, I didn't even go to work. I
No
went
way.
to-
There was no
but
work
like
the next
that
day.
kind of a weird night is like, that's San Francisco to me.
That's a beautiful night.
The weirdest shit. Like,
Yeah.
I love weird shit with strange people.
That city's amazing. I went to a spaghetti restaurant and got a 40 with my spaghetti.
San Francisco.
Fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's changing a little bit, but
It
they'll
is.
never be able to fully chase out the freak stuff.
No, you can't
Never.
get away from it. These
It's-
techies are trying to crush it, but you just like, you can't because there's so many, like, everybody people move there to live an alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
You
Or
know
to
what I mean?
or to fake like they're living one. Like the
Yeah,
techies.
or
But
to like run away from where they were.
Yeah.
And just like sit around and be weird. So it's like, there's just so much. I learned so much about different kinds of people there. And yeah, pansexual. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was like playing the flute while you sexed.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's actually a type of person.
Do you find a pansexual eating pan-fried noodles at a restaurant in Chinatown?
Yeah, I've been pansexual.
Been pansexual.
Where you been? I get pansexual 3 times a week.
It is an amazing city too. That one thing I really love is like how unassimilated some of the cultures are there, which
Yeah.
is great. Like because you go to Chinatown and
It's like another country.
right, exactly, yeah, and even you go to North Beach and like you'll go to an Italian restaurant where everyone's speaking Italian.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like-
That's the thing is they really like held on. I know people who they call it ABC,
Yeah.
America Born Chinatown, and I know Chinese dudes with accents who lived in San Francisco.
who've like lived in
their
San
whole
their
life.
whole life.
Yeah, it's just like and Chinatown after dark is like sketchy, but like there used to be this China cab. And it was just this Chinese guy, and you would call him,
Yeah.
and he'd be like, "Where are you?" And you'd be like, "I'm here. I have to get to here. I got $7." And you'd be like, "All right."
The original.
All right, that'll
he once
happen.
gave a ride to the guy who founded Uber. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you know what we could do? Yeah. Fuck,
Yeah,
San
man.
Francisco is one of the great, and another one just like what tradition. You'll go to a bar,
I
and
love
it's like
it.
where the beat poets drank at and
Yeah.
got hammered.
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah. Or just like the bar we used to run shows at. That was like the bar that Robin Williams and all them drank at in the 80s.
Yes.
And shit like that.
Yeah.
It was just like it's everywhere. And you talk to the city's so small that it's like a small town.
Yeah.
It's 7 miles by 7 miles. So every time you would go out, you would see people you knew because you only go to the same 5 neighborhoods.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it was like, it's just, yeah, it's the best for a weekend. And just like for anonymity, I met so many people like that you've become friends with who just are like, yeah, I'm just from Texas and I'm going home on Monday, but here we are now.
Yeah, let's
You know
be
what I-
friends for the weekend.
Yeah. That's because that's how people use that city. Like it's a transition city. Nobody lives there that long anyway.
No, you can't. Nobody can afford it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
How do you live there?
Well, it used to be that all the artists were living like grimy, like me and my friends.
Yeah.
But then after a while, even that started to fade.
That's what's happening back in Portland too. Is like a lot of those places where like the flop houses. Like I would live, I lived in an apartment with 3 other people in 2
Yeah.
bedrooms, but like I had friends who like 6 of them would live in a house, and it was,
They all pay $250.
exactly, yeah, and the rent was like medium or medium high, but like there were enough of them just like fucking vegging out in this house. And then they knocked that over and put up condos and apartments and be like, it's going to drive rent down. It's like, it's not. Because only one person can live there.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to give us enough keys to make this work. Yeah.
No, yeah. And you don't want to live in that apartment where you got 3 dudes living there on the low.
Carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, carpet.
Just the
concrete floors.
Yes. You can't have carpet when there's like a flop house. San Francisco. Fantastic pick. And because you're going last, you also got the first pick.
I'm going to double down now, and I'm going to say Reno, Nevada.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't see it coming, did you?
No, I didn't see it coming.
Reno has only ever been excellent to me.
Reno, Nevada?
I have never had a bad time in Reno.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think
bananas.
it's like, because you know what it is it's like kind of scummy.
It is kind of scummy, yeah.
It's like, but like, it's also still got that Vegas element. So there's people there who are excited to be there.
It's a little trashy, it's a little glitzy.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of people who are excited to be there. It's cheap as fuck.
It is cheap as
$250
fuck.
prime rib.
That's a fantastic selling
Reno
point.
is what people
like.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When people think of Vegas, you know, like the shrimp cocktails, the cheap buffets, blah blah blah. That's Reno. That doesn't exist in Vegas anymore.
Exactly. Reno is like the dream. Reno's like what you want. It's like, I always think about Reno. I say like, Reno is your hometown if your hometown had casinos.
Yeah.
You know
It kind of is, yeah.
Like, it's a bunch of real normal people.
Yeah.
But then they got this weird downtown. And a bunch of people, tech company moved from Memphis.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 2,000 people under 35. They moved
all
these
to
jobs
Reno?
to Reno.
Oh,
so there's
shit.
a whole bunch of young people there. I did a show there one time, and this might be a lot of the reason I picked Reno.
Yeah.
We did a show there, and we all smashed. It was a great show, like one of those fantastic ones. And then afterwards, we were staying at my buddy's house, his parents' house. Who's like, they're real rich. Like, they had a steam shower in the house. It was lit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we were like, we should just like ask all these girls if they want to go. Every girl we asked came back to the house.
What?
With us. Every single one. It was incredible. My friend Andrew Holmgren had sex with a heckler's girlfriend. He was like, we're going to this house. And her boyfriend was like, yeah, well, we're not going to do that. And she's like, I guess I could come. It was the best. We ate a bunch of Molly.
Yeah.
There was like, and like the party numbered, it was like girls to boys.
How long ago is this? Because Molly hasn't been around.
There's like 2-3 years ago. This wasn't a long time, baby.
I love it.
It was like it was not a long time ago.
I love it.
But yeah, Reno is like, it's greasy. Everybody there they acknowledge it's greasy and they love it for it.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I was drunk eating a burger called the Awful Awful.
I've had the Awful Awful.
The Awful Awful.
Yeah.
Just because of that, I'd pick
The
Reno.
awful.
Doesn't it have peanut butter in it?
It has a bunch of shit.
Yeah. I've had the Awful Awful.
It's like, yeah.
Jen Allen, my college girlfriend, and still one of my dear friends, is from Reno or just outside of Reno. And the Awful Awful is right outside of UNLV, right? Or,
Yeah,
or
somewhere
you're
around
not
there.
UNLV, UN Reno, University of Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking, that burger's nuts.
Yeah, that place is like, it's like going to the 70s. For
Yeah,
a weekend.
it does feel like that.
Yeah, like
you're near Tahoe. Too?
Tahoe.
You're near like Tahoe.
Yeah. Tahoe's
You're near this
dope.
place called Virginia City, which is one of those locked in history or locked in time cities because it was like a big silver mining. So there's just this old West City up in the hills, which is like really fun. You like walk around and like,
that's the
you
best.
get drunk in one of those in the
Like
bucket
an
of blood.
abandoned city type of thing.
Yeah, but they've like populated it with people like with historical reenactors and stuff. But you can go to the Bucket of Blood Saloon, which has been around since the 1800s, and like have a drink.
See, that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
I'm about crappy old stuff. Like, that's why, Reno is like never gonna change. Like, Vegas is too flashy for
Yeah.
me.
Vegas is doing. I'll have fun in Vegas, but Vegas is like when you think of what Vegas meant to America, that's Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Reno's the dream.
There's no Cirque du Soleil shows there, and if they are, it's some weird budget Cirque du Soleil where it's based on Shrek. It's Shrek du Soleil.
Shrek du Soleil.
Yeah. That's what you would get in Reno, and it would be like.
That's what I want. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a man of the people. Like, I go to Vegas, I want to stay at Circus.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they let me drink beers on the floor there from a case.
Me and Funches did a show in Reno once, way back in the day.
How was it?
It was
Just you two?
fantastic. Yeah, well, us and Jen and like two
Oh,
locals.
that's right.
Yeah,
One of the locals, Matt Wiegand.
Yeah, I think I know that
I
name.
remember because I went back, because I've been to Reno a few times.
Yeah.
And he was like the go-to guy. And I remember him telling me, he was like, yeah, one time out of nowhere, Funches and Ian Karmel came here.
Yeah.
And I got to open for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was Matt Wiegand.
At a bowling alley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was so stoked about it.
And the show was great.
He was like, no, the people are cool. They're cool people. And they all get it. Like sometimes you go to some places and you're like, that's kind of weird in here, right?
Yeah,
Like, fuck you, we'll kill you. Boston's the best.
Right.
But like in Reno, they're just like, yeah, man, it's like gross here.
It's gross. We love it.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Like,
I wore shorts to court.
Yeah. Hawaiian shorts. Look at me. I beat the case.
Fuck, Reno. All right, I'm convinced, man. Reno it's a grimy time. But
It's
if
a
you,
good grimy
We got nothing to do. We can just drive to Reno after this.
We could go
Dude,
to
it
Reno.
only takes like 5 hours.
It's
saying.
close.
Yeah, it's not far.
All right. Well, that excellent first pick of the second round went back to back with San Francisco and Reno, Nevada. West Coast is the best coast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting Reno on the West Coast. It is.
Yeah,
kind
technically.
Now I'm going to keep it West Coast and redeem my first pick. I had to get New Orleans because I was afraid it was going to fall off the board.
I
You don't need to
understand.
redeem. That's a fantastic
It's
pick.
a good pick, but I have to redeem myself to my home city, my people, the people of Portland, Oregon, because that's what I'm going with my second pick.
I feel now. What's your Portland weekend? That's what I want to hear.
Well,
I
it's
was-
just a quiet dinner with mom. No,
And then a loud dinner with
and
Dad.
then a loud dinner with dad.
Because he's a loud motherfucker, that guy.
My Portland weekend starts the second I get on the plane in L.A.
Okay.
The second I start on the plane, I will, because it's a close flight, so I will sometimes spring for the first class, and I will
get
make
it.
that money back.
I get it.
I
Yeah.
will make that money back on double scotches. Just on
Oh,
the flight
that's a
up.
good
I mean,
point.
if you're gonna drink 4 drinks, you know,
Yeah.
3-4 drinks, there it is.
You're gonna kind of make your money
That would
back.
be like
I never
$60.
thought about it as an investment.
It's an investment. If you're going to a place where you know you're gonna like hit the ground running, you might as well go first class because
Especially
it's like
on these how much more is it on these short flights?
not that much.
What,
It
it
was
was like $50-$60 more or something?
It ended from to Portland for the Thanksgiving weekend. I was just there. It ended up being $60 more for there and back. So
See,
like,
that's you got to make that move.
how do you not do it?
You got to make that move.
You know?
I've been thinking about next year toying with first class, like because I get so many free plane tickets.
Yeah.
I'm like, if the plane ticket's free, I'll pay the $120 if I'm going to New York or something.
And get that upgrade.
I'll just get the upgrade. I'm not out. You know what I mean?
It's
and like
fucking
you said,
worth
the
it.
scotches.
Yes, you drink the scotches. I was always because we never flew first class growing up, of course. It always seemed so bougie and impossible. And now I'm like, oh no, that's like a reasonable thing you can spend your money on.
I feel like you just don't do it if you have kids.
Yeah, right,
Because
exactly.
then it's like it shoots it up.
I get furious when I see kids in first class. I'm like,
Yeah, me
he's
too,
not, He's not
dude.
drinking scotch.
You little piece of shit.
You weigh 90 pounds at most.
Yo, I
That
could
seat
end
back there is
you.
like a living room.
Right,
Just go to
exactly.
the fucking normal seat that's like a giant living room.
Kid's got a whole Lego village set up in a seat
yeah,
in first
just
class.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Not even
Legs don't even hit
appreciating
the
it.
ground. Like what the fuck you?
barely
man?
drinking, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So it starts there, and then you get off the plane. And my mom, God bless her heart, will not let me not get picked up from the airport.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
I love it. I love it. Nothing feels like home to me like being like a little buzzed and like standing in the cold air outside of the Portland airport.
crisp, cold,
crisp,
Thanksgiving
cold air.
Oh, man.
Oh, I
And
love
seeing
it.
that red Honda CRV show up with
Sure.
Sue Carmel in it.
Sure.
Always got like a bottle of sparkling water and a snack for me. She does not stop being a mom. But and then she'll either just drop me off at the hotel if it's late, or we'll go grab a bite. Let's say in this one we don't go grab a bite.
Sure.
I'll meet up with friends. Like for the birthday weekend, we got up to
God.
Portland.
Yeah, that's the perfect
Yes.
weekend.
That same night, I had my birthday weekend up there. Sean came up and got off the plane. We went to this place called Kachka, which is a Russian restaurant.
Dog.
And we were just,
yeah?
we got the fixed menu, so they were bringing in all this weird ass Russian food.
They eat weird shit.
They eat weird shit like cold herring and just like.
but like it's like cool shit to eat while you're drinking.
That's exactly what it is. So we
Yeah.
were just pounding vodka flights. How
We
many
had-
shots of vodka did
I
we
bet
do?
we had like 15 or 16 shots of vodka in like an hour and a half because Ian kept getting flights. So
Yeah.
they'd bring 4 different shots of vodka for each of us at a time, and we got like 5 of those.
They were slightly
Yeah.
smaller, but I bet it ended up being about 12 shots a
It was
person.
bananas, dude.
Yeah.
but
of
you're
vodka.
eating, so you're like it's,
Eating, just having a great time,
Yeah.
putting it away. And then, I mean, the food is so good, and anything you want to do, anything I want to do anyway, Portland has some of the best stuff.
Definitely.
They have amazing restaurants. They have amazing, like, good restaurants. Like, you can go to Ava Jean's. You can go to, like, Paley's Place. You know, there's, like, amazing good restaurants that you can go to if you want to have, like, a classy dinner. There's also amazing shitty good restaurants. You know what I mean? Like, not shitty's not even the right. You can go to Bunk Sandwiches, and they will, like, make you a fucking Cubano that's, like, the best sandwich you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
You go to Fire on the Mountain, get some chicken wings. The best chicken wings.
Yes, you can.
The
yes,
best
you can.
chicken
Are
wings.
they wood smoked?
Dude, I don't know what they do.
that.
Do not think so.
I don't like smoked chicken wings.
No, they're not smoked. They're like, it's a traditional fried wing.
They.
Oof.
I'm telling you, dog.
I wish that you guys could see Jordan's face on that one.
It's got Fire on the Mountain holds such a special place in my heart because Ian and Shane and Jen lived like 5 blocks from there, so we went there on the crazy regular. Like that's how we would start if we knew we were going to have a real fun night.
Yeah.
We always started with, like, let's go to Fire on the Mountain.
Get some wings.
Yeah, let's start this day off on the right and left foot. And
They
get
got
some
these
Fire on the Mountain.
fried pickles there that are, like, so good. They're
Man,
so fucking good. And the wings, we'll go next time we're all in Portland.
Yeah, I want to go to Portland soon.
And it's just fucking, it's the best. So, like, if you want, like, restaurant-wise, they got you. Bars, they have great fucking bars. Great, like, actual dive bars still.
That's how I feel about it. And their food is good.
The food is good in the bar.
All the bar food I've ever gotten in Portland has been fantastic.
Because in Oregon, you have to serve food if you sell alcohol.
Is that the deal?
Everybody's selling
that
food.
That makes sense. Oh, and it's so cheap.
Yeah. And
is it like a competing thing? Like they're all competing? Is that what? Or is it just...
The drinks, that's just what they cost up there. Like, I went to Holman's, which is one of my favorite bars.
Yeah.
It's for no reason. It's memories. It's like a dive bar, but it's a great dive bar. I bought the table. I bought us food and drinks for the whole table. They brought the bill out. $78. Everyone had a couple drinks, and we got 2 baskets of wings and like 2 other sides.
Great.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? How is this only $78? Dude, and like, so
less than a parking ticket.
Less than a parking ticket, which I won't pay.
Fantastic.
Fuck LA. Fuck whoever's giving me parking tickets in LA. I won't pay them.
Yeah, I feel it.
Tow it.
Get it out.
Tow it. I'll come get it.
Unpark it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's God. You can have like a crate. I had like just
I'm not a big strip club guy.
Yeah.
Portland has the only strip clubs that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Where most of the girls dancing don't look like they're having a horrible time.
Yeah.
They're
That's
enjoying
important.
it. It's like it's like that's one of the big reasons I don't really like going to strip clubs because if I'm looking at a girl and she doesn't look like she's enjoying it, like aware of the situation, like, yes, this is fun. I realize I'm naked, but I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And in Portland, it's like a fun vibe at a strip club.
Sassy's. It's a bar that like happens to have it's
Dr. Dre.
a super fun bar that happens to have strippers at it.
Nobody just looks at you and wants to kick the shit out of you immediately. It's just like, come on in, just chill.
It's the fucking the strip clubs. If you like strip clubs, it's got the best strip clubs,
hands down.
Man, it does. Now that you're playing it up, it does. I'm trying to think. I have a lot of fun. Like this last time I went to Portland was like one of the funnest weekends I've ever had.
Dude, if you're there with like a little crew, it's the best because you know the one drawback, it does start like it shuts down at 2:30, but you can keep it going at like a house.
You can
but
be
that's like
cashed
a good,
by 2:30.
Yeah, I'm usually ready to stop by 2:30.
Yeah, especially if you start at like 10.
Yeah,
that's 4 hours.
That's enough, 4.5 hours of solid going hard. It's got great karaoke spots.
It's walkable. Like there's all the different pockets. It's fun. You can just go.
Walkable.
You can go to a pocket. You can go to Belmont. You know, it's like a 4-block little area.
Your night can be on Belmont.
We can hop. We can hop around. We can get slices.
Yes.
We can go play arcade games.
Yes.
At the movie theater if we want to. Hammered. Nobody cares because nobody's mean. Nobody's going in there raising a ruckus. You're just like, I'm a little drunk. I want to play some nickel arcade.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's right on Belmont. You can do it.
When there's somebody being a dick in Portland, you know they haven't lived there long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like
everyone's
that one
quick to call him out, be like, hey, stop.
What's that bar? What's the bar where I got into the beef with that dude a couple times?
High Dive.
High Dive. The High Dive, which I fucking love as a bar. But there's this one dude who's there almost every time I go.
It is hilarious.
We rolled in with a thick crew. I think it was after maybe shows. I think it was when I headlined at Helium.
Yeah, we had like 10 of us or something.
So we had like a big crew. We rolled in there. And like this dude was sitting alone at an outdoor table. Alone. And I was like, hey,
he had a dude with him.
Oh, he had like one dude with
But
him.
it was two dudes.
Two dudes.
Two people at like a 13, 14 person
The
table.
big party table, yeah. And I went up and I was like, "Hey man, like, would you mind switching seats with us? As gregarious as I can be, you know." I'm like, I'll get you a drink, you know, if you just like." He's like, "Well, I have a couple more friends coming." I'm like, "Okay, well, like 4 of you could sit over there because there's like 12, 13
12
of
us doing it.
Yeah,
We're all over there right now.
And he just wouldn't do it. It was this guy with a fucking curly hair ponytail.
I don't fuck with
I don't
curly-headed
fuck
bastards.
with curly hair ponytail having motherfuckers.
What are you doing? It's just ringlets back there,
Right? I don't like
trust
it
you
one bit.
Man,
Completely
come on.
untrustworthy.
Get
What are you
out of
hiding
here,
back
Kenny G.
there? What crime did you commit when you had short hair?
Bad
that you had to grow
attitude.
long?
That's what he's hiding back there.
He did was hiding a bad attitude back there.
Yeah, what bank did you rob in Salem?
The off switch for the nice guy button was there, and he was like a prick, and it almost like I couldn't let it go after that point, and I started talking to him like, "Where are you from?" And he had just moved there. I'm like, "Of course you just fucking moved here."
Here's the thing
of course
about
you did.
You're at home.
Yeah.
You're deep with your friends.
Yeah.
I understand. You start getting real rowdy. Start getting real territorial.
Territorial,
Like, motherfucker,
exactly.
You do.
This is me.
Yeah.
I'm in this.
I was like, I helped create this fucking city.
Yeah,
I was like on way
yeah.
too high of a level. You
I
know what
built
mean?
this shit.
I'm part of the culture here.
Yeah.
Go pick up that newspaper. Go pick up that newspaper. Whose name's in it? Yours? It's not in there. It's mine.
Like Lauren
Get out of the
Hill's
booth.
Everything is everything video. The city's moving and you're walking, standing
Yeah,
still.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
You're walking so hard that you're moving the street.
They scratched
Exactly,
me. Didn't
dude.
fall down.
Yeah.
I didn't fall down.
Didn't fall down.
Standing right here, dog. Get the fuck up.
I've been hammered at every one of those food carts next to here.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
So
Have you
we,
puked in that alley, sir?
Yeah.
Have you?
I've puked and I've had sex in it in the same
Yeah.
spot.
Same time.
Yeah.
How about that?
we ended up dipping out, and this dude would not let it go. And I'm by that point, I'm like, we're leaving. I'm telling, I was like, just chill out, man. And he's like, fuck. And he kept talking shit to Ian. I was like, you want me to go grab him? Like, is that what you want to happen? Do you?
Yeah,
I mean,
this
do
is
you
like a
really?
bad look
Because
for
we're
you.
leaving.
Yeah.
Like, we were leaving. We're going to a show, and it's like he just kept John, and dude wasn't gonna do it. I mean, not that it was gonna come to that.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, be quiet, man. Stop. Like, none of us are trying to go down that road.
Fucking blew
and
it.
he was.
And I still love Portland.
Yeah. It's got to happen. It's
It's just the best part. It's a city with a soul. You know, even as prices are going up there. Like there's been cities I've gone to where I wasn't able to find the center of it. And I know where the
Dallas.
center, Seattle, I feel like that about. But
Man,
like,
I'm from Washington.
Yeah.
And I feel like that about Seattle.
Right? I just
There's
can't
no
find
like.
the
There's not
middle.
like there's not like a community. There's
No.
not like
where do I
yeah,
go to definitely have fun and kick it? Like
yeah,
there's
it's
a couple
hard to
spots,
tap
but
into in Seattle.
people
for
lie
sure.
and they say Cap Hill, and you go to Cap Hill, and you're like, but okay, so where?
Yeah,
Like, where
we're
am I
in Cap
going?
Hill
And they're
now,
like,
yeah.
well, just figure it out. And you're like, nah, dog.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, what's
Portland,
the bar?
Moving to Portland from Sioux Falls with the second I got into the city, I was like, I love it here. We went to Pepino's
Yeah.
and we went to that McMenamin's in Northwest. Those are the first two things I did. The next night we went to the Baghdad and watched Inglourious Bastards. I had a beer while I watched a movie. I was like, you can fucking have beers when you
Yeah.
watch movies, kid?
That's a good
It was sick. And I fell in love instantly. It's an amazing city.
It's an amazing city. And if you want during the day, you can go find some nature because
Yeah.
it's like this. This Portland's
Sure.
like an Ewok village in the
Perfect.
middle of these trees.
That's key for a weekend for me. For like, you have to have something to do during the day.
Yeah.
To make you, because getting all tore down is a huge part of if I'm going to a city for a weekend.
Yeah.
So if there's something to do during the day, be it like a skate park or just walk or just like a hike, something where I'm
You
like,
gotta do something
yeah, I
to
got
earn
out.
the nighttime.
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, exactly.
You
some
gotta
air.
earn it.
I was there this last weekend and I got hammered the night before. So the next day I just walked to the Blazer game,
Sure. And it's
Perfect.
which is the thing you can do.
Yeah.
I was just staying at the Ace Hotel downtown and I was like, I'm going to walk. And it took 20 minutes. It was
And
so close.
The bridges,
Maybe half an hour.
Walking across any one of those bridges is so beautiful.
Dude.
Like you can Hawthorne, Morrison, any one of those bridges, Burnside. You walk across it, and you're like, "This is right in the middle of the bridge." Every time I go back, I'm just like, "This is dope."
Yeah.
it just
Hell yeah.
you can see Mount Hood most of the time. You can see Mount St. Helens most of the time, and it's fantastic.
R.I.P. the White Owl Social Club being cool.
Dog,
used
yeah,
to be
that
cool.
Is that
place.
place not cool anymore?
No,
No,
it
man.
fucking sucks now.
They had a
Really?
patio the size of a goddamn football field, and nobody was ever there. We would just go take it over, and that was all after our shows.
It would fill up at night.
Yeah, we'd
Yeah.
all meet there. And
Yeah.
Oh,
And now
yeah, it was dope.
Now it's like pounding club music every night.
It happens. It's it's how
that's what
things
they
go.
do. Sometimes I've noticed if a place has like a lot of space,
At least
it's
I get
only
to
a minute
DJ
till
from
they're
time
gonna
to
turn
time,
it
which
true.
is
Yeah.
nice, you know?
Yeah,
I get to stretch my legs. DJ BJ, I get to go
DJ
on the ones
DJ
and twos. Yeah, dude. DJ for
DJ
Full
BJ.
House.
Now there's like, I just remember rolling into town one night and like all of a sudden there was a line, and I was like,
Yeah,
what?
a line.
Yeah,
Explain
Places, it sucks when a place you like gets popping.
yeah,
Because there's like that, like, it's like breaking up with somebody. Like, you have to, like, let it go.
Yeah.
Like, at first you try to force it, and it's like the place you love is popping, but you still go in there and you're really like, this is where the fuck have you been? I've
Yeah.
been here. And then after a while, you're just like, all right, I'm not.
Been doing this.
This is not my beautiful wife.
This isn't,
yeah.
yeah. How did I get here?
It's just, man, I fucking love Portland. Shout out to the Real Inn Tavern. Shout out to Holman's. Shout out to the Standard. Shout out to that taco place across the street from the Standard.
They will come outside if it's past 10 o'clock and they'll tell you like, hey, you gotta keep it down. Because there's a house attached to it. It's in a neighborhood.
You can still go crazy inside.
You can still go wild.
Yeah.
Like they can hear me inside screaming. I guarantee they can. Kicking the pinball machine that's attached to their living room wall. Like, yeah.
Just some good nights. Good nights with this man making the next pick, Sean Jordan. It's time for your second pick.
It is. And I'm gonna go with Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ah, that's a good pick.
It is because it's always been my favorite city. It's like in general, it's always been where I wanted to live. I wanted to move there, but we used to go up for weekends constantly. And
how far is it from Sioux Falls?
Like 3.5 hours, and
Okay,
it's
so perfect.
just far enough where you're like, I went on a big trip. Like this is, I'm 16. The older you get, you turn into an adult. You're like, let's go to Minneapolis. Get a hotel room for the night or a couple and just fucking handle it. And it was like the first big downtown that we ever went to. And I was like, you can just go down. That downtown actually has stuff going on. Like a lot of cities, you go downtown and it'll shut down at 10 o'clock or midnight or something. Minneapolis is cracking.
Downtown isn't cracking. Like when
Not
you're
a lot
kid,
of
you
places.
think downtown
Yeah.
is like super, but it's not a lot.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Ain't shit. Yeah. Most places it's not. Even in Portland. I mean, it's starting to pick up a little bit now, but like.
Yeah.
I've never ever. I was thinking about that when you guys were talking. I've never been to downtown.
Southeast
Portland
is where it's at for the
night.
most part.
Like,
yeah. You can, like, there's the Pearl District is in Chinatown, or like, but it's like shitty woo girls and like dudes who want to fight you.
Downtown, so you can go to Minneapolis, you drive up, and the suburbs are super, like, quaint. They have, like, Emma Crumbies. You can go get, like, an amazing piece of cherry pie at this, like, little mom and shop place.
I didn't know that it was a pie place, but in my heart,
It makes complete sense. Emma Crumbies.
You do that.
It said crumb in it.
Yeah.
You drive
also
past.
The teacher at Hogwarts.
They have like the Jolly Green Giant. There's a silo that's painted like a big Dr. Pepper can, and that's like all the like right on the burbs. You check into your room, and then you can go get a Juicy Lucy, which is you can go get both one of the originals.
Oh my God, tell me what that is, dude. I fucking love that.
I've heard about the Juicy Lucy.
Yes.
So there's two places that say they made it up, and you can just go ahead and go to both.
Yes.
They're like maybe a mile or two apart, so you just go get two. They're not gigantic. Like one of the place that says they have the original Juicy Lucy, well, one of them, they don't use any bells and whistles. They give you like paper plates.
Yeah.
And they're like, we spend all of our money on the burger. You're like, I'm into that.
I respect
super
that.
into that. So you can go get a Juicy Lucy, and for me personally, the if a weekend involved like a hip hop show, maybe I got to see Atmosphere.
Wait, you have to explain what the Juicy Lucy is.
Oh, it's two burgers with cheese melted inside. So you take a patty, put a brick of cheese on it, put another patty on top, and then grill
Squish
it.
those patties
and then
together.
the cheese liquefies.
It's inside. It's trapped inside.
Yeah, it's trapped in. Yeah. You pinch the patties around the block of cheese, and it is, dude. When you bite into a Juicy Lucy,
it's crazy.
Because you don't believe it.
Yeah.
When you get it, you're like, there's no cheese in here, and then you bite it, and you're like, there's cheese in here, dude.
Damn.
It's
Damn.
So good.
Yep.
There's
it is
bunny rabbits
fantastic.
running around. That blew me away.
He was losing his mind.
There's rabbits everywhere?
Yeah.
I've never been
Just
to
the way
Minneapolis.
most towns have like a squirrels or pigeons.
Yeah,
There's
there's
just
bunny
rabbits.
rabbits. I'm so used to that. But when Ian and I were there, he freaked when he saw a bunny rabbit. And I'm like, you're gonna see like 30 of those, dude.
I mean, you do. They're just
they fuck
everywhere.
like rabbits.
They fuck like rabbits. Yeah.
You can go to the Fifth Element, which is Atmosphere's record store, and and this is like a specific sort of weekend, but like for me, this is the weekend. You go into the Fifth Element, and you just look around. Maybe you see like a Slug in there, like a famous rapper, and you're just like, holy shit.
Slug just hangs. Oh, yeah, Minneapolis.
Yeah. You can go to First Ave. It's fantastic. Right
That's
downtown.
Prince's.
So much history at First Ave.
Yeah.
You could just walking by, looking at the wall. You can look at Prince's house. My mom made us do that one time. She thought we were going to get into Prince's house. And Minneapolis, to go back, has the Mall of America. So right there.
Yes, it does.
That is, for me, the last time I was there.
Tissue.
I was just there like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and I took the train from downtown, which is another key point for a nice weekend is easy public transit. You can just take the train to the burbs real quick. I met my mom for lunch at the Mall of America because she was in Minneapolis.
And you went to the food court?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Nice. The food court, the biggest Buc-ee's food court. Walked all around the mall, went back. Acme, my favorite comedy club in the world.
Comedy
all
club.
of this is in Minneapolis. You can throw a wild hair in there. Go to the Gay 90s if you want to get
What's
buck.
the Gay 90s?
It's just like a gay dance club. It's fantastic.
Right? Yeah.
Fantastic. You could pay $15 at Deja Vu to get a Coke and a hug. You know, go see some women that can only take their top off.
Word. Okay.
You can walk across the bridge, go over to Dinkytown where all the college kids are kicking it, and have a little night.
We went over there.
Yeah. And it's like 6 or 7 blocks where it's just off the rack. College parties.
We got hammered at a VFW while we were there.
We did,
yeah.
which is another. You can just pick and choose what you want to do, and then you can go get into it, and it's a blast, and it's still got that Midwest vibe where everyone's pretty nice, pretty calm, pretty chill, but it's a big city.
Girls have ridiculous accents.
The
Nothing
Minnesota?
better than seeing a super attractive woman where she's like, "Oh my God, you're from LA," and you're like, "Well, I live in LA now."
Yeah. That's how you gotta play it. That's how you gotta play it.
I mean, LA begged me, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I think too. I'm always like, I really love San Francisco, but after a while, you just
you can only take so many people.
They make you go down.
They make you move.
They make you move.
The mayor of San Francisco said, "David, we love you, but we need you now more than ever to go make it big." And
you're too big for this town.
You need
kid.
to be down here. And they're like, "Oh my God, what's that like?" And in your mind, you're like, "I want it to be here, but it's not."
Oh my God! And when they're drunk, the accent gets so much stronger,
dude.
It's
go to a Jordan Family Crispy. Like whenever I go back, I'm like, maybe they don't have accents, and then everybody drinks that bottle of schnapps that Uncle Tim brings, and like midnight. Everyone's calling each other out for cheating on cards. Go, you didn't have that. I saw you pull it from the bottom of the deck, though. Shit, where the fuck did that come from?
That's a good accent.
I like that accent. That's a friendly accent.
It's a calming accent. You can't.
Dear.
It's funny watching dudes get heated with that.
I like the Midwest accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the Midwest is.
Young and restless, dude.
Now let's see. You've stayed in the Midwest so far. Screwfall, South Dakota.
I know. I'm trying to work my way out.
And MPLS, home of the original home of the Lakers.
Ron Sayers.
Yeah,
also.
Ron Sayers too. Yeah.
So many good things. Third Layer Skate Park, like you can go skating. It's where they film Mallrats. You can go see. There's like a lot of fun, weird, cool stuff that you can film that you can see.
I love Minneapolis. I've only been there once, and I had such a great time.
It's a fantastic. And
gotta go back soon.
Yeah, it's just a great weekend. Like
I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it.
No, that's the thing. Lake Calhoun, you can go. They have 3 gigantic lakes in the city, so like you can during the day if you want, you can walk around a whole lake right there in the city. There's 3 huge lakes in the city.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Have you been to any shows at First Avenue?
Yeah. I went to the Rhymesayers 10th anniversary show.
Oh shit!
When I should not. So this girl, the girl that broke my heart, the reason I don't live in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
She bought us tickets before she broke my heart. She bought us tickets to go to the show. Then some activities went down that I wasn't fond of. Still went to the show. So
with her
and like a crew. So we checked. We're all staying in the same. It was such a fucking bad idea. We're all staying in the same hotel.
Oh yeah.
So we checked in.
My heart already hurts,
dude. We check in and I go, Kirschman, my friend Mike. I go, let's go. It's like 6. I go, let's just go blackout. So before the show even started, I'm blacked out. We go in. I pass out on the stairs inside First Ave before the show starts. So somebody comes. They're like, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So I went and slept on the curb out in front of First Avenue for like an hour. They let me back in. I don't know why they did. Probably because I was being pretty chill about the whole thing. And I was like, listen, I understand. So they let me back in. By then I was sober, watched the whole show. It was great. And then got super drunk again. And then got in a huge But yeah, I've been to First Ave a few times.
What have you Yeah, I've been.
That's not going to happen to anyone else at First Ave, so go to Minneapolis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a
That's
weekend.
a good point. Yeah,
That's not going to happen to you.
All right, so we just went to Minneapolis.
There
Where
it
are we
is.
going to go with your third pick, Sean Jordan? The first pick of the third round. Right?
Is that?
Yeah.
I thought,
No, wait.
oh, and then
Because it doubles down, so it goes
Serpentine,
It goes
dude.
boom, boom, but like you double down on the ends.
Yeah.
what order did we
So
go
you were first,
Oh, I
and
was
then Ian was
confused.
second, and I was third.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I went again, and then Ian went again.
All right. I wasn't ready for
There
it.
it is.
But
The serpentine draft.
now this
Come around is where
this
I'm
is an-
worried about getting something sniped.
this is an obvious choice, but it's just I had never really been there until a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
But we got to go Las Vegas, and obviously
I understand
it's an
it.
amazing place for a weekend.
Kanye
but
Vegas.
we went and had the weekend, and I had never really been to Las Vegas on that tip. We always used to go to skate. We drove there from LA, which again is like a quaint drive. You
What's
feel
it,
like
4
you were
hours?
like 5 with traffic, something like that.
Yeah.
But I do realize that you need some of that cheddar cheese to
Oh, you gotta
exist and
have
have a fun
Fettia.
weekend
It's an
in
expensive
Vegas.
city.
Fetty Town.
It's an
But,
expensive city.
It was my birthday, and the host of this particular show was very kind to me on my birthday.
Hell yeah.
So we had a weekend.
Yeah.
And if you got a little like you check in,
Man, the
can
way you
bring-
guys are both like looking at each other knowingly,
It's fun.
it's like you went to war together.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you can bring in liquor and beer everywhere.
Everywhere.
There were
Yeah, they
people
don't
in the
care.
Walgreens with open beers. In the Walgreens.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I mean, it was bananas, and you can people were smoking everywhere. Not that that's like attractive, but it's bedlam.
Our buddy Nick Nanpay, shout out to Nick Nanpay, had to convince you to go smoke in the hallway.
I couldn't believe it.
He was like, just don't smoke in here, but you can go smoke right outside in the hallway. And you
You
were
were
like,
like,
no, I
"That's-
can't.
He made me.
Yeah.
And I felt
Well,
horrible.
because it's an hour and a half to get outside from anywhere in a casino.
That's what I noticed about
Yeah.
it's so hard to just go outside.
It's so hard.
Like
Well,
they set it up like that. Like
normally you
can't-
don't even want to go outside because
But
it's
Yeah.
fucking
the whole
115
thing
degrees.
is an event. Like walking through the hotel every time I would get lost, I'm like, this is such a trip. Like
What hotel was it?
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
Shit, yeah, man. So you guys were like in it.
Dude,
In
we're doing
In
the
Las
damn
Vegas.
thing. Like
In it.
connected to Bellagio. It's just such a. It was
What's
just
the,
such
what's
a
that place
crazy
across
weekend.
the street? Is it Planet Hall? There's like a great. I don't know, but yeah, that shit is like.
We walked. You almost don't even need to leave a hotel to get to like 6 different hotels. We walked and got breakfast at New York, and we were on the street for maybe a block. The rest of it was just inside catacombs, and it's fun. It's like a giant adult Disneyland where you just get hammered, and it's amazing. I cannot fathom going there for more than 3 days. I cannot
That's
wrap
the
my mind
amount
around
of time you can go for.
Yeah,
By
I
the
went
time-
for 4 this year, and over my birthday,
Yeah.
and it was like too much.
If I
Four's a lot.
and if you
Four's
live there,
a lot.
obviously you're never going down to the Strip. I'm sure that if you live there, that's the worst idea in the world. Like living here
Yeah.
and someone being like, "Hey, let's go to Santa Monica real quick," and you're
Right.
like, "Dude."
You're like, I do not want to go to fucking Santa Monica.
yeah.
All those
Like,
drunk assholes. Yeah.
It was crazy, and then you put that Kanye cherry on top, and that was just
you guys saw Yeezy in
one of the
Vegas?
best
Yeah.
weekends of my entire
We
How
went
life.
and
great
saw
was
him.
it?
It was the best.
Who else was on the show?
Just easy.
Nobody. It
Oh,
was
man.
This was
the-
the where he's on the platform with the laser light
perfect
show.
show for a grown-up to go to.
Yeah.
No opener, no encore, just like an hour and a half of hits, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's all I wanted.
That's perfect.
I was on Molly and I had a Chiba Chew and I was hammered. It was so much fun. You
That's-
didn't go quite that hard.
I couldn't do the Molly.
That feels good just thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
It was, man, and
it's like
everybody.
going to church.
It was like going to church. I was like, because you were around all these other Kanye fans. There was a mosh pit, but it was the nicest mosh pit I've ever
Why-
been a part
why
of.
was it that-
Because nobody wanted to fuck their shoes up. Everybody was concerned
that
about their
makes
kick.
so
It is so
much
true.
sense.
Everyone had like 300 or better on their feet.
Man, oh
Yeah.
man, you bought these 5s. I'm not gonna fuck
Right.
up my great 5s
Exactly.
for
Seriously.
you to have a good time.
So nobody was being mean or anything, and people were like,
That's
like
beautiful.
There was so much. I've never seen more T-shirt fashion in my life.
Yeah.
where people were like, "That is a dope T-shirt." Normally, it's like something other than a T-shirt. That's,
Yeah.
No, this is
T-shirts
just
and sneakers.
all
and
long
a lot of
T-shirts.
joggers. Yeah.
Man, I love
Fun
that,
conversation in the bathroom line. None of that weird. It was just like fun. Like, yeah, dude, I heard Kim Kardashian's here. We're like, yeah, I bet. I bet she's
Yeah.
here.
though. Ah,
We were just
man.
so stoked. That same night, so we hung out in the hotel room and had drinks in the hotel room, and then went and put money down on I
Went
put
and
money down on
bet.
the Blazers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Here you go. Vegas is good if you're not, if you're not like broke, like if you're not addicted, I guess, to stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if you're-
Yeah, that's how I feel.
If you're gonna
yeah.
go drop all your money gambling or like betting or drinking, it would suck. But like if you can chill in the room. Like,
Yeah.
we chilled in the room for a lot of the time. We were in the room, and it was
Yeah.
a blast.
Well, because the room, that's what I like about Vegas, too, is like chilling in the room is its own event.
It's its own
Because
event.
the room is so sick.
Yeah, the rooms are
You know
all
what I mean?
dope. Yeah.
Like, you're just Scarfacing it in the room
Yeah.
sometimes.
Dude, we like went into Walgreens and bought a bunch of booze and then just hung out in the room and like had basketball in the background and we're like listening to music,
Yeah.
just drinking and like not even just pre-gaming, gaming.
No, gaming.
It's like
Yeah,
not
we were
that
in a game. The game
It's not
was
that
being
expensive for like a good room.
No,
especially
it's
if you
really
go
not.
off season, it's like pretty cheap,
Dude,
like-
it was amazing. And then we went to the Kanye concert. This was our second night, so you called it a night. But
Dude,
some of us,
I mean, it was crazy
It was
that you guys didn't because
3
you
in the
guys were
morning.
going harder in the paint than I was.
Yeah.
So it's like, like 2 in the morning or something. We get back to the room and I'm like, I cannot stand up.
we found out
They're
like
like, we're
Future
going
was
out.
doing a show.
You guys went and saw Future after
We went to the
Kanye?
Kanye concert. We heard about Future doing a show. We got to where Future was doing a show. We could hear Future, but we asked the guy, I was like, what would it cost to get up there? He's like, there's only like 15 minutes left of the show. And we were like, what would it cost? He's like, $80 a person. And we were like,
Jesus.
no. And like,
for 15
fucking bailed.
minutes.
Not for 15 minutes of
He
Future.
already did fuck up some comments.
Exactly.
You weren't
So
kinda
there's
like,
I wasn't about to fuck up some comments to go see like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And the thing about Vegas is I feel like, because we're mapping out a pretty gnarly weekend.
Yeah.
But that happens a lot. Like,
That's what you go
that
for,
Kind,
gnarly
that kind
weekend.
of stuff happens.
It's not even like you need a
frequently.
vacation from Vegas
Yeah,
afterwards.
100%.
That's how I felt. Like I went there, but it was like working. It was partying, but it was like
Yep.
Oh, dude.
working part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were really putting a lot of energy into like
We got back and I just like, I'm just gonna tune out for like a whole day.
Yeah.
you gotta you gotta take time off.
Dude, that first night was wild. That was the night because if you do have a little money, you can get away with anything.
I didn't want to. Yeah,
We got hammered the first night, and just in the room again. Like we went out, and walked around a little bit, but we're just hanging out in the room. We ended up going to this like very expensive steak restaurant, and like we ordered a bottle of wine and appetizers. They should not have sold us that bottle of wine. And
that bottle of wine was. I mean, I don't
10
even think we
minutes?
drank it like water. We drank it like air.
Yeah.
just going into the body.
And like they brought the appetizers, and I just used their big leather menu as a plate, and ate like
Are you
a
serious?
meatball
Dude,
off
it
of a
was
big leather menu.
hilarious.
Yo, that is the coolest thing
Yeah.
I've ever. Yo, because just like if I'd have just seen you from across the restaurant,
Yeah.
I would have been like, this dude is wilding right now.
By the way, we all walked in with Miller Lights.
Yeah.
to like the nicest restaurant in Caesar's
Oh my
Palace.
God.
And they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, they're like, as long as the check clears, dude.
I
They
think
would have
that's
thought
like-
it was weird if we didn't have Miller Lights from
Yeah.
the
I
looks
think-
they were giving us.
I think that's the coolest part about Vegas is it's like the great equalizer.
Yeah.
Because broke people go there to spend money.
Yes,
so
they
they don't
do.
give a shit what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
And
like, yeah, you got cash, come in.
you
man.
can't
Like,
tell who's got money and who doesn't because
Exactly,
everybody's
man.
It's
ready to spend some
egalitarian.
money.
You make it's like,
Everybody's dressed real sharp and like everybody's spending money. It's great.
I made friends just for a second, but we made friends with this dude who was like there to see fish. Who was from Philly. I was just like a fucking Philly guy, and we like became friends just for a second. We exchanged numbers, never saw him again.
Yeah. Because it's Vegas.
You get to see people like in their because you will see the person in a NASCAR shirt with cargo shorts, but you also get to see people of all economic backgrounds from all over America in their party clothes.
We saw a girl
you
on
know,
our
That
way
is
to
a good
breakfast.
point.
Yeah.
Everybody's dressed as cool as they can be.
We saw the hottest, hoodest girl like on our way to breakfast.
Yeah, she was finishing her night. It was like 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You could tell she was just still like,
She
all right, I'm
just
get back
left
to the room.
a room. Yeah.
yeah.
She
had
propositioned
J's
us
on?
sexually.
Wait,
She
what?
did. She was like, "What's going on?" We're like, "Oh, we're just heading to breakfast. We had a pretty hard night." She's like, "Oh yeah, want to go? We should go back up to your room." Yeah,
It was, where's your
Wait.
room at kind of stuff. And
yeah.
we're like, nah.
We were like,
get
no,
back
no,
to
no,
the-
no, no, no.
It was that she was that gnarly?
She was that ready to
pretty
go.
much.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, well, come on, look at us. What do you expect?
That's
Couple
true.
of guys.
Couple
Couple
of you
of
guys.
fellas.
9:30 in the morning?
Eating breakfast and
Eating
shit.
breakfast?
Like,
went to
Wearing-
the Paris
what girl doesn't
buffet.
like a guy that eats
shoes?
breakfast? Dude, mesh shorts? You think I didn't have mesh shorts on? Get out of town.
Nampe went even harder though, dude. We got back to the room the first night. I passed out on the bed. Nampe went back out to gamble. The fucking
There's
maniac.
always that guy in the Vegas crew
Yeah.
who goes back out to gamble when everything shuts
That's
down.
Nampe,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Nampe
that
There's
was him.
always one dude who you're like, oh shit, well I'm going
And
back
he was
down.
rip roaring the next day, too. Like, he was
Ready to
pretty
go.
up Took me till like 4 o'clock to wake up.
I think Vegas is like, you know how you hear about people going to jail and they just become a different person in jail?
Yeah.
Like that dude was a crackhead on the street, now he's just like running shit in jail.
Yeah.
That's like how Vegas is.
Yes.
Like your friend's like a square, and then you get to Vegas, and then he's just a monster.
And he busts loose.
Yeah, it's
fucking
crazy.
nuts.
And he's going harder than everybody, and then he goes back home, and you're like, but I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw the real
saw
you.
the real
that
you.
wasn't,
Where's
they're like,
that guy?
that
yeah,
wasn't
like,
me.
yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't
He's
me.
like, I got kids, dog.
Yeah, I
You're
can't
like,
let that stay in Vegas.
Yeah,
It's in my head now too.
You were shining so bright on the strip.
It is nuts. It is nuts when you see guys and you're just or girls, just people. You see somebody and you're like, there's a chance you're gonna cheat on someone tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, people are getting
Which is-
it's Sin City.
It is so gnarly, and that's why I'm excited that has never.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a world where I got a prostitute.
I'm past that. Yeah.
It'd be
in
the
Vegas.
most.
No, everybody seems so like.
I could never ever.
I
do it.
went to Vegas the first time was as an adult with money. When I worked for Chelsea lately, Chelsea was doing the Cosmo, and like a
shit.
bunch of us from the show went out there, and like including like Diablo Cody.
You were
It
partying
was,
with
like,
Diablo Cody?
Me, Chelsea Handler, some of the other writers. Diablo Cody was kicking it.
What a strange crew.
That's the first time I ever did Molly. It was like, it was rich person Molly. So I was just like, what? You know?
Rich people drugs, you don't realize
It's
because
better.
there's like levels to rich people
Yeah.
drugs. Like there's the low level where rich guys are getting screwed.
Yeah.
Right? And we've all seen that. Of
course.
Rich guy doesn't know how to buy drugs.
Sure.
But then there's like super rich people.
This was super rich people drugs.
Like, and that's like a crazy, like I partied with this dude in Aspen and he had like French acid.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Dude, rich people drugs is a fucking different level. Like, it's just like,
It's all
this-
clean and like exactly what the
Clean.
drug is supposed to do.
Exactly. It's not cut with anything
Yeah.
weird. So I did that. We went to like, she got like a bottle service in a booth at like Steve Aoki or whatever.
Oh,
and like, I'm not
That
into
is-
that kind of music, but I was rolling on Molly. You know, I had like
Yeah,
a
on a good
dum
one.
dum in my mouth, and it was on a real good one. I had been drinking tequila, and like there was this amazing music in this light show. Amazing, not even good, but just like amazing. And like I was like, there are so many people in this room right now who are living this like it's a movie.
Yeah.
And I got stoked by how stoked they were.
Because it is
Yeah.
just a little weekend movie for
Yeah.
everybody. A little
Yeah,
weekend where
that's
it's like
what it is. You're in a movie for
Yeah.
a weekend.
Yeah. You're
And
where you just-
everybody's the star.
you stock away like $2,000. You're like, this is gonna be gone.
going off.
I'm
Yeah, it's
going
gonna go
to
down.
spend this.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. And then it fucking goes down. And then
Yeah.
you get back to like Ames, Iowa, or wherever.
yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
and
like,
that was your like.
how was Vegas? And you're like, it was fine. Anyway,
dude,
so
yeah.
let's get back to the meeting.
Vegas is a legendary city.
All right, so Vegas.
Vegas. Now it's on to me to take it's on me to make my next pick, and I'm amazed it's still here. I have to go with the Big Apple, New York, New York,
City.
Sure.
New York
Okay.
City, New York City fighting championships.
Are there a lot of Jewish people in New York?
There's some Jews over there. Yeah, some of my people.
I didn't
I wasn't
know.
aware.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
had no idea.
Is there like a whole neighborhood or anything?
There's several whole neighborhoods. Yeah,
You know who I heard is out there is the Puerto Ricans.
yeah. Oh yeah, the Puerto Ricans, dude. Boricua. I mean, New York is almost too big to say anything about, but to go spend a
magic.
weekend there,
It's crazy.
it's anything you want to do is happening in New York all the time.
New York is
Yeah.
another city where you feel really cool.
Yes.
Like if you're not from there and you're just out like doing it
Yeah.
out there, you're just like, yo, I can't be stopped.
It's fucking amazing. To go do like a show, like a fun, you go do like not Whiplash, because that's on like a weird weeknight, but you go do like a fun show in New York and then like go out after. And
Sure.
like, I was in New York and like did a show at the Knitting Factory and then just like ended up like hanging out with this group of people like all until like 4 a.m.
just walking around.
Just walking around, going to different bars, like having a great time.
It's magic. The
It's
city
fuck-
is magic. And
it's
I've only
magic.
been there for one weekend in
Yeah.
my whole life. I've only been there for one weekend. Magical.
Amazing weekend.
Yeah.
I've been there like 3 times, and it's always like short bursts like that.
Yeah.
It's like a day turnaround, or
Dude,
maybe 2
fucking
days.
dope restaurants,
Yeah,
bars
great
that are open
food.
till 4 a.m.
Everywhere.
Everywhere dope restaurants.
The first time I ever had caviar, New York City.
Absolutely.
Manhattan,
That's the place to
baby.
do it.
Times Square.
Manhattan.
Famous people, not like famous people here. Like famous people there, just like in it, doing it.
Yeah.
You know, just in the city.
Fully integrated.
Not here where it's like it's so spread out, you know?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's just there.
And
there
they're not
they are.
it's like a walking city. So you
Yeah.
like find surprises. You know?
That's the bet. You turn around and you just, oh my God, there's the Empire State Building. I didn't know exactly where it was, but there it is.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It is crazy.
And just like surprising nights. You'll like end up at a bar you never thought you'd go into. Like I ended up at some like crazy punk bar having like an amazing time.
I will say the people there are so much cooler than everybody gives them credit for.
I don't understand why they have that reputation.
Yeah, like when I growing up, like the first time I went to New York City, which was just like 2 years ago, it was for that Comedy Central. But I went out there and like I remember like I flew into Newark and I was on the train. I was getting off the train and I was just like in my head I was like, all right, be ready. You know how it is. I'm fucking walking here. Like you know, I was like in my head I was like, you're from Colorado. You ain't scared of shit.
Yeah,
you're slapping yourself, growling,
bro.
fucking.
Yeah, and then you get up and everybody's the coolest person.
They're like they'll bust your balls a little bit.
Yeah, but they're all really cool.
I would rather have that. I'd rather have somebody bust my balls a little bit.
And
yeah,
they're a little more direct, but like they're cool. They're like they want to have a good time. You know?
Yeah, they're like I think they're cooler than people. Like in New York, people will just talk to you, and I don't think that happens as much here.
It's like how in Europe people are like the French are dicks. It's like no, British people are dicks. The French are cool. Like British people are just polite, but they're assholes, and French are like a little more direct, but they're passionate and love life. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I want. I just want like. And that's how you can tell a cool place is if you're like in a bar and somebody will talk to you. Yeah. Yo, nobody will talk to me in LA bars.
No.
Like if I'm just like in a corner waiting for some friends or something, it's dead.
I'll tell you what they'll do.
Dead on these streets.
People will look at you in an LA bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll look at you like you're not supposed to be
like over their glasses. Yeah. Like
fuck are you doing here, dog?
And then you get like somebody to like validate you or your friends to come, and then all of a sudden people are nice to you.
Oh, okay.
But in New York, I'll just be standing around and like New York is one of the only places women have come up and just talked to me.
Yes.
Women will just talk to you in New York.
I've had two
and San Francisco.
I've had two one-night stands in New York. I've had like two ever elsewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anywhere else.
Yeah.
But New York, women will just be like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, I don't.
Well, now I'm sweating. That's what's going on.
People dress better too. People like, not that I'm not a shining example of it, but like people, they fucking, when they leave their apartment, they're like dressed to the nines, man.
Yeah,
It's like a fashion show everywhere you go. People look cool. There's like beautiful, smart women.
It's diverse.
You know?
Like it's diverse in like the way that Atlanta's like diverse. Like people actually mix together.
Yeah, people actually live next to each other.
There's all kinds of people.
Yeah,
you'll go to a bar with like a bunch of different kinds of people.
And there are there's like a Chinatown there. There's a Little Italy there.
Dude, you can fill a day without spending $1. Like if you just go to Manhattan and you're like, I want to go to Battery Park. I want to see the Statue of Liberty. Look at the Empire State Building. See Ground Zero. Walk around Central Park.
Go to Central
All that
Park.
shit's free. You
There's
just walk around.
that are free there.
Maybe you get a hot dog. You know,
yeah,
$3
or you get one of those
something.
$2 slices or whatever.
And then you feel dope. You're like, you get a hot dog, and you're like, I just got a hot dog in New York.
Yeah, you eat it standing up somewhere like a real New Yorker.
All bundled into yourself, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dope. God, I love. And there's amazing museums. Some of the best museums in the world. So on that day when you're like trying to recover a little bit, you go to like MoMA. You go to the Natural History Museum at the Guggenheim, and you go see like works of art that are so famous. It's like seeing Tom Hanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where it's like,
Hanks.
holy shit! It's like, like if you want to go see a baseball game, it's the best place to see. Well, maybe not the best, but like you can go to fucking Madison Square Garden and see the Knicks play.
I would love to do that.
You can go to like see a Yankee game, a Mets game, dude. It's fucking dope, and it's all subways. You can get places.
I have a hard time with the subway, though.
Did you?
I do too. They're fun in a scary way, but I get they shake way more than you think.
I tried to do it by myself, and it just like I think I'm all fucked up.
I will say, last time I was there, I mostly Ubered.
Because I was just like, it's not that far. It's like,
and just an amazing comedy city too. So it's fun for that.
Yeah, so much
I took a taxi there because I just wanted to like
roll up in a taxi.
And all the jokes, I got a taxi so easy.
Yeah,
everybody's like a black guy. Yo, it took me like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
like I was hanging out with Ramon Rivas, and I just put my hand out, and then like boom, a taxi was like, "Where you going?"
Yeah,
it wasn't crazy,
dude. Well, Sense Uber now. Yeah, Sense Uber. They need to fucking.
They're just
that's true.
Looking for what you order an Uber now. Get in.
It's just you can have 3. If you're there for 3 days, you can have 3 legendary days.
Sure,
3 days that are unlike any other you've had in your life,
and they can all be different days.
Yeah,
I don't think I could live there though.
I don't either. It's too much. Every time I leave, I'm like kind of sick and have chapped lips.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's just like you go so hard.
I'm not in the streets like that. Is the thing. Like in New York, you're like out there. Like you leave the place that you're staying, like you're not gonna come back.
You're not gonna come back. You better be ready.
Yeah, you got to be like I got to hit that city with like a backpack.
You got to have your Shaw Jordan backpack with soup and a change of clothes in it.
Yeah.
Phone charger, dude.
Dude.
Everything, the whole nine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got it. That's the hardest part about it for me is like I don't go that hard.
Yeah.
Like even in San Francisco, I'd be out in the streets all day, but part of that would be like street couch in front of somebody's house smoking
chill
weed.
Streets.
Yeah, it's chill streets. It's like New York is like you're out.
There's no chill streets.
There's
dude.
nowhere to sit. You can sit where you're going.
There's nowhere to
That's
pee
it.
either.
Yeah, when we were there, I
really
didn't
like
have. I had
adjust
to
my pee times.
I had to take a caduce when we were there, and I didn't have a problem at all.
Really? I feel like it's not a poop in town.
It's not a poop in town.
When you have to
When
do
you
it,
take
everywhere's a
that shit.
poop in town. When it needs to go down.
I don't know. I'm a big fella, man. I'm not. I can't. There's like. I need certain
Sbarros,
faculties.
just shit at Sbarros.
Yeah, I can't.
We walked into like what looked to be some pretty classy bar in Manhattan, started watching basketball, and it was like $5 drinks for happy hours. Very cheap and reasonable.
Yeah.
Bathroom was very accommodating. I mean, it was just a giant, just probably about as big as this room.
Yeah.
Which, if you're listening, is a big room.
Big room.
Big room.
It was very accommodating. It was a good thing. That I was terrified about that because, the older you get, like you have a night, and the next day you're like, after I eat, I could need a bathroom pretty quick. Like,
yeah. That's just how that goes.
And it was fine. It was good. Good city for a weekend.
Good city for a weekend.
City for a weekend.
Now, David Gborie, you need to follow up your Reno, Nevada pick
I almost
with
threw up all over the place.
your final pick of the third round.
And I'm sorry to wait third for you guys. I'm sorry. But with the third pick, I made the earth shift. Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
Mile high till I die, baby. It's the best. Denver is like, because here's the thing about Denver. It's got everything a great city has, and on top of it, the people are fan-fucking-tastic.
Sure.
Denver people are such good people. Like, if you're going out with a group of people in Denver, that's your crew for the night, and then that means they're your best friends for the night. The people that you're out with will fight with you. You know what I mean? Like if something's going down, they got your fucking back. You're gonna sleep at their house. Like it's just like people gel.
And you might need to fight because I think Denver. In my experiences in Denver, it's both sides of the spectrum. There's the fucking best people you've ever met, and then you'll run into some assholes too.
That's the thing. It's still spicy.
It is spicy.
That's why I like it. It's still spicy late night in Denver.
Yeah,
Keeps
people
you
are
on
like,
your toes.
Legal weed, blah blah blah. No, there's some spicy people. There's some some assholes.
I like it that you can go out and you still don't know.
Yeah.
You still like sometimes if I go out in LA, nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen.
That rules. Denver, I don't know, man. You got to keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
Because 3:00 in the morning, you don't know what's going on. You're on the streets, like anything could happen, and I like that that whiff of danger to it. And I
Makes
think
you feel like you lived a little bit.
yeah, it's like people. That's what it is. It's people
That adds
there,
to the night.
Yeah, people there are like living. You know what I mean? It's a drinking town.
Kind of like fighting with a
town.
smile on their face kind of thing. Like, woohoo!
Because it won't be a problem the next day.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about it. It's nothing carries over. It's a spicy town. It's a hard drinking town.
Hard drinking.
Hard drinking.
Hard drinking.
Everybody. Yeah, you guys were at High Plains last year.
I've had a couple
Shit.
weekends in Denver
Oh
where
my
you're just
God.
like, damn, dog.
High Plains this year was crazy because it was all on that same street. So
yeah, it was
just
all on South Broadway. And that's like where I would hit first. My dream Denver weekend, I touch down, somebody picks me up at the airport because it's far away from everything.
It's terrifyingly far.
But now they have the train.
Now they got the train.
they got the
which
train
makes
now?
it-
the train that goes to Union in Denver.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
It's great.
I hated
yeah.
having to ask my friends for rides because
It's so far.
It's the only city that you do. You're like, I'm not going to drop $60 on a cab. I'm just not.
Yeah, it's too far.
Now I take the train and I get that anticipation of going into the city, which is a fun
yeah,
ride.
it's a fun feeling coming in.
And then you get dropped off right downtown. If you don't have a lot to do right away, you can just I'll just go find a place to get a drink, and I'll be like, yeah, if you want to come pick me up. Otherwise, I'll get an Uber.
You'll
to your
figure it
house.
out. You walk
very
up to
reasonable
16th
from
Street,
downtown.
you check everything out. I love the women there. Or just Colorado girls are the coolest.
They are cool.
They're just like cool, and they can all everybody in Colorado does shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet people in LA, and you're like, "What do you do?" And they're like, "I'm an actor. I blog. And I fucking work out." And then you meet somebody in Colorado and you're like, what do you do? And they're like, I make craft brew. I also like make my own axes.
Yes.
for the wintertime, just like, and jams and jellies. I make jams and jellies.
It's a lot
What
like
I
Portland that way.
Yeah, Denver and Portland are similar in that way where it's like you go up and ask somebody what they do, and their first answer isn't what they do for their money immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll be like, what do you do? I'm like, I'll do, I weld bicycles together. I
Yeah,
fucking blah, 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 I'm
Or
in a
some
band.
people just fish.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some shit that they do. It's beautiful. It's like, it's just the right mixture of everything I like about a city.
It was the first major city to go legal weed.
Yeah, we
And
were
I-
the first ones to go fully legal.
I got to be there. I remember the last High Plains I did, so like 2-3 years ago or whatever. It was legal there, but not really legal anywhere else yet.
Yeah.
Which was fun. That was like a fun time to be
Because we
there.
hit before we
Before
did that.
Washington
Me and you
even.
did that dab.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, up in the
We did a dab in this dude's office,
up in the fucking office building.
and he was like, "Just try to hold it in, not blow it out." And I hit it and was just like,
Until
"Bah!"
when are you going to hold it in?
He was like, "Just don't blow it all out in my office." And I was like, "Yeah, no, totally."
Yeah.
Bah! Just everywhere. Immediately against his wishes. Shout out to Kayvon.
Yeah, shout out to Kayvon. Kayvon was like breaking down his like his next 5-year business plan for us, so we were both already so stoned and a little drunk. And
Yeah,
we
he's.
were just like, good, man, good. All right,
I
cool.
thought he was going to change the world. In that office,
Yes.
smoking dabs that night, I was like, yo, this dude's going to be.
we're sitting
King
with
of
the next
America.
governor of Colorado.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Kayvon's cool, man.
Kayvon, yeah, Denver is like, it's a very industrious city.
Yeah.
I like to think the best parts of me are from, like, just, yeah, Colorado people are everything I like.
And the Grolix guys stayed, so like the comedy scene,
Comedy scene's still booming.
every other mid-range comedy scene like is like peaks and valleys, you know?
Yeah.
And then but like Denver just stayed dope. Like
And they've
They got
cranked
that
out
steady
a
hand.
steady line of crushers.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely meet people from Denver who don't live up to the hype.
yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like those guys crush. All the bars are great. There
So
used
many
to be
good
like
bars.
more after hours shit. Like there used to be the speakeasy called Ron's that we would go to.
Well, I went to that one year.
Yeah, oh yeah, like a weird knock and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, Denver's just it's a good everything you want.
Sure. They
Yeah,
got that
with-
weird amusement park right downtown if you
Elitch
want to be like,
Gardens,
you know, I'm
man.
going to that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're there for a weekend, you're like, I'm going to go.
And
I'm
it's
gonna
like
go
so
see what's
close to
up
the
with that.
mountains if you want to bail to the mountains. Like,
Sure.
Yeah, Denver, good food, good late night food.
They got a fire on the mountain in Denver,
They
too.
do have a fire.
Do they
and a
really?
Voodoo
Yeah, they do.
Donuts now, yeah.
Oh man,
But
they're
yeah,
getting
good
all
late
this
night food.
shit.
Good
They do have a
sausage,
Voodoo.
good hot
Yeah, they got a
dogs, yeah.
Voodoo. They got a Torchy's Tacos. That place in Austin. They got one in Denver.
Oh,
now.
the burrito place we gotta give a shout out to. The Illegal Pete's.
Illegal
dude.
Pete's.
Illegal
dude.
Pete's. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
There's nothing better when you're doing a comedy festival and they're like, hey, here's a ticket or a couple tickets for a free burrito. You go there and get a custom burrito.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
so
bless
good.
comedy festivals' hearts for giving you free food whenever it is. But when you get to go, just get your
Decide
own burrito.
what it is.
You're like, yeah, I didn't want
'cause
onions.
You get sick of pizza halfway through the weekend.
Yes.
I mean,
I
you eat it.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I love both of these, Denver and Portland. I love these pizzas, but I will never just go to Sizzle Pie now.
Right.
No,
And I'll
God,
never
no.
just go to Sexy Pizza in Denver.
whenever you just go to Sizzle Pie, you know that you're on one because
Yeah.
you're like, I
am
gotta
I
go.
doing?
I gotta go there.
I was there on Saturday night.
That's funny.
All right, David. So Denver with your third pick, and because of the Serpentine order of the draft, you also get to make your fourth pick now.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
David and I, a couple dummies.
Yeah.
Not even your first podcast.
We forgot right away.
I gotta consult this list that I got. Hold on, because I don't know. I didn't know the order.
It gets a little tougher up
It
here.
gets because there's. Oh yeah, I know. Never mind. Omaha, Nebraska.
Ooh, Chrome Omaha.
Chrome Omaha.
We're gonna
Let it be
bump
known,
heads
Omaha.
on this one.
You don't like Omaha?
I have had some rough experiences in Omaha. You sell me, pitch me.
Because here's what I like about.
You know what? Let's sit down. I want you to give me an elevator pitch
Yeah.
on Omaha real quick.
Yeah. I don't like you crossing your legs like that.
I crossed
Sean
them
just
towards
put
you.
on a
so I know.
very-
Yeah, yo, your whole body language.
The whole
got
demeanor is different now,
mad
other than that I'm
aggressive
still
all of a
smiling.
sudden.
Crossfire body
you're not-
language.
Your eyes aren't even smiling. Just your mouth is smiling. That shit didn't travel
Sean's
up.
doing knuckle push-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but Sean has taken his shirt off. I'm taking that as an act of aggression.
Chewing on glass, dude.
Sell us on. I've never been to Omaha, so I can't comment. Sell us on Omaha.
Omaha is such a. It's like. Here's what I like about Omaha. Omaha is a major city, but there are not a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So it's like partying in your favorite major city when nobody's around. Like, you know when everybody goes to Coachella in LA and it just feels kind of ghost towny?
It feels empty. That's
yeah,
fun.
and that's how it is in San Francisco when everybody goes to Burning Man. That's what Omaha is like all the time.
Ghost towny.
Yeah. Ghost towny. And it's like...
It feels like the Warriors. You just walk down the street.
I like sometimes where, like, I'm the only motherfucker up right now.
Yeah.
Just, like, walking in the middle of the street.
I like that, too, yeah.
It's really a cool feeling. Especially, like, you do a show. You go to, like, a barcade or something like that. A lot of kickball went down there.
Yeah.
California tacos. They got a Slurpee machine full of salsa.
What?
Word.
That's a great idea. Why does anyone else do that?
When you see it, you're like, of course.
Yeah.
Like it's the spinning thing, and you pull the thing down, and salsa comes into your
cold
cup.
salsa?
Keeps it chilled.
That's
Come on.
such a good fucking
Omaha,
idea.
They got Culver's. That butter burger.
What is the butter burger?
Is there not?
Nah.
They're not. There's not a lot of Culver's, man.
Butterburgers
It's got
are
like
where
it's like a burger. It's got some butter on it. Jack in the Box is trying to do it, but they're fucking blowing
They're blowing it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They melt a little butter on it.
And it's like, in the neighborhoods are cool. There's like there's a lot of weird, like I went to this store, it was like a knick-knack store, and all it was you could tell it was just this old guy's shit.
Yeah.
It was just, there was a dude in the back covered by surrounded by a bunch of broken TVs, and then it was just all his life's shit that you could sort through and buy.
It
It's
seems
cheap.
like Omaha's a city that doesn't know it's dope yet, or it doesn't know that people like going
They're
there.
figuring it out.
They had a slight blow up with all that saddle rock music shit.
Yeah.
But I think it still didn't crack off the way they thought it would. Because it's still like Omaha, it's only going to get so big because it's close to Denver. You know what I mean? So Denver's the bigger city, always going to be.
Yep.
So Omaha's like a close second. And it's like everybody you meet there is so stoked to be there. Like sometimes like you go to New York or something, they're like, whatever, I was born in Manhattan.
Yeah,
with that weird fucking accent they have. But you go to Omaha and everybody's like, bro, I'm from Shit Splat, Iowa. I'm so happy to be here. This place fucking rules. I'm never leaving. Like, you know what I mean? But I want to know what happened to you.
We just had, it's like, because so it was between Minneapolis and Omaha. Sioux Falls is right in the middle. So sometimes we'd go to Omaha and sometimes we'd go to Minneapolis.
Right.
And Omaha just wasn't quite Minneapolis. So it's not a fair comparison.
That's harsh because it's like,
Yeah. So I wasn't doing it. Well, we have had some really, like Omaha, we used to go to these skate contests and we would just like win. And it was super cool, like coming into this big
dominated.
city and
we used to
win.
go down there, dominate, come home, and I took your bitch. Like, I didn't mean that, but also it does another place where it feels like everybody could get laid because all cities don't have that. Not every place feels like everybody's gonna get laid.
In Los Angeles, it feels impossible.
Does anybody have sex out here?
Even meet anyone?
Yeah,
Everyone has these amazing bodies, and they're doing nothing with them.
Omaha is a very...
And you gotta tell people, in LA, you gotta like say what you've done. Like it all sprinkles into conversation out here.
Yeah.
Like people like force that shit out of you. You know what I mean? But in Omaha, it's just like, hey man, I'm cornbread fed, you're cornbread fed.
They have, it is like if you take a weekend in Omaha, they have, if you do it right, you go to the College World Series, which it's fun.
Yeah.
The zoo is off the meat rack in Omaha.
I didn't even know that.
The Omaha Zoo is so dope. And it's another one of those things too. We just did a comedy festival there, and it's kind of like Sioux Falls in that sense. They're like just a small Midwestern city where people are very appreciative when things come to town. Like this comedy festival, there was one venue, and all the shows were fantastic.
Did you do Crom?
Yeah.
I did the second and third one.
I gotta do that.
There was
festival.
There was like 5 Lyft drivers in town. It was pretty new to him. So just the one Lyft driver kept taking us to and from the after party, and he would just like a shuttle. It was fucking hilarious.
What was the one venue?
I forget. Someplace by a
really
stadium, kind of on the
room.
outskirts. Yeah, gigantic room.
Yeah,
they had a wrestling match there.
Yeah, that's where they did it before too. That place was great.
Yeah,
I met this couple there, this gay couple who we ended up getting like nearly blackout, and they were like the same kind of story. They were like, "I'm from Dinkle Dink, Oklahoma. I'm from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Butt Touch, Alaska, and we moved here because like at least here we can be in love." Interracial gay couple. doing it big.
Sure.
Doing it real big. Oh, nasty.
Interracial gay club?
Interracial gay couple.
Gay couple.
What
That
kind of
would be
nightclub
the
do you want to start?
craziest club.
I want to start an interracial gay nightclub.
Dude, in Omaha, Nebraska.
I call it Patches.
And it's so sweet. Patches.
I don't know why. That
It's the
just
quilt,
feels
because it's like a patchwork quilt.
How to make an American quilt, but like a bonin.
Before Gangland, they had an MTV True Life on gangs in Omaha.
Really?
I remember
Oh, yeah?
vividly. There was this dude on the show. His name was M-Dog, and he was wearing all white with a white rag over his face, and he was holding the Mac 10, and I was like, Omaha's fucking scary. Like that when I was a
Those
kid.
shows
like, way
are
before
really
I went.
good at that, though.
Because
I watched one on Ogden, Utah one time.
Yeah, they'll make fucking
Gangland,
anywhere.
and I was like,
There's
yo.
a Portland one. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're, like, the Portland one is so funny because it's
about dog fighting.
And it was like a little strip. Like, it was like one apartment complex.
Yeah.
Up north on Alberta, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty buck here.
That's not a gang. That was 4 crazy dudes who
It
happened
was just
to know
like
each
one
other.
family is
Yeah.
what it seemed. It was like, yeah, a bunch of people moved from L.A. to this apartment complex.
And also, it was about a dogfighting ring. It was barely about gangs. It was just this dude just running illegal dogfights.
That's pretty
at his crib.
hardcore, though.
That's super hardcore.
I've always wanted to see a cockfight.
I could watch one.
I don't think I could watch a
Probably
dog
could.
fight.
I couldn't watch a dog fight.
I swear we just talked about this the other night.
Cockfighting?
Well, I was like,
I used to watch them on YouTube.
Could you watch a dog fight? Like, I think I asked Ian how much money would it take for you to watch a dog fight, and he goes, I don't think.
I wouldn't be
so
into
hard.
it. It's so brutal,
Kill
man.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've
Omaha.
Omaha. You guys want to fight some dogs? If you got,
That's what we're coded language here. It's going down in Omaha.
It's a reasonable. I like a city where it's reasonable to get from the airport to. Like, it takes maybe 5 minutes to get to the airport.
Yeah,
from
it's
downtown.
close to the airport.
Very, very reasonable. Everything is on Dodge. Like, Dodge Street is the center of everything.
So
which
they got
is
a
nice.
dope street.
They have
got like cool
a main
people,
vein.
unpretentious people.
And it's empty.
Good
That's
food.
what I like. Is
Yeah.
it's like so low key. Like, I've never been, and maybe this is just the wrong, or when I go there, but like, even I've never been somewhere that's packed.
Yeah.
And when it is packed, it's the best. Like, did you ever go to O'Leaver's?
Yeah, that was where we had the part. That was like the one bar where they would have the parties. That was the place they sold us beer as they were closing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is such a cool
Yeah,
Omaha
that
thing.
spot is
Like, hey, you guys want any
fantastic.
beer? They'd sell us a 6-pack of beer, and they sold it to like 13 of us, you know?
That's
I met
amazing.
a dude at O'Leaver's with a panther tattoo. Like, on, like, it wasn't on his face, it was like on his neck, and the panther eyes were like diamond studs.
What the
Still
fuck?
friends with that dude on Facebook.
That guy's great.
Yeah, that O'Leaver's.
That's a guy
Omaha,
living-
Nebraska.
Living his best version of life.
Yeah, it
O'Leaver's
wasn't
is
as
dope.
cool when I got on his
Omaha.
Facebook.
All right. I'm excited to go to Omaha.
Yeah, you
Old
gotta go
Town,
check it out.
a nice little part of downtown. Old,
They
maybe
got
I do
brick
like Omaha.
streets over. They got brick streets some places.
Look at how much more relaxed my body language is. now.
Yeah,
Now that
you're
we've been
way
talking
better.
about Omaha a little
You
bit.
were hostile.
Excellent.
I got a little closer for a second. And now I'm back to me.
We gotta move it along.
All right. Oh,
to,
yeah.
To the 4th pick. It's time for my 4th pick, and I'm gonna go with Austin, Texas.
Oh,
I gotta go
shit.
south with this one.
You're very strategically picking off the ones, because I had a lot in my head, and I was like, I gotta get to these other ones.
Yeah.
And then you're like picking. You're making smart picks.
I feel this is the draft I feel best about. Out of
This is
everyone
like
I've ever done.
you have a really strong showing.
I
when you
can't
put it all.
believe I got New York 3rd. But like, yeah, Austin.
But like you got all yours are gimmies too.
These are
They're all like
gimmies.
when you say it, I'm like, fuck yeah,
Of course. Austin, Texas, of course, dude. The weather's dope, and any kind of night you want to have, you can go have down in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
The people are real friendly. At least for the people in Austin. There was also a weird open carry demonstration when I was there once. Which wigged me out. I was like, is that a machine gun? I'm eating a breakfast taco. I shouldn't be looking at a fucking machine gun. I'm like still drunk from the night before, got queso dip on my face. Why am I seeing a machine gun? Dude, 6th Street is fun in like a... It's fun in like a Bourbon Street sort of way, but it's like got a little more dignity than Bourbon Street.
It's like it is like churched up Bourbon Street.
Yeah, it is like church up Bourbon
Also
Street.
crazy beautiful
Absolutely.
women
Absolutely.
in Austin.
It is
Like they look like rap video, like Daisy Duke.
Yeah, it's people you didn't think were real. It's a college town and like and a cultural center, like a music town.
Yeah, there's music everywhere.
Yeah,
What a great place to go to college. If you got to go to college in the middle of a
Austin?
city like that,
Dude.
where you're like,
Yeah.
college isn't my city. My city's my city, and a college happens to be in it. That's so fucking
Dude,
dope.
Yeah,
I did it in Portland,
the college
but-
isn't even the point.
But UT, but you can also go have like frat life or whatever if you want on it. I wouldn't want that, but some people might.
I like the option of a city that has a street that they close down at night, like 6th Street.
It's
I like
fucking
the
dope.
option. I'm a little too old for it these days.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, I
it's the
fuck with
fact
it
that
every
there's
now
a
and again.
place that you can go and it funnels.
Yeah.
There's like great music. Austin City Limits itself. All these little bars. There's like amazing band. There's like usually going to be an amazing band in town too.
Yeah,
Which
cheap
is such a
booze.
nice
Yeah.
treat. Like if you're just walking on the street and I'll go check this bluegrass band out.
Cap City Comedy's a great club, even though it's not in
Velveeta
a weird mall.
It is in a weird strip mall.
Yeah, it's like not near the dope stuff, but it's such a good club. Run by really great people.
Oh man, I was just down there for South by Southwest.
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
That city is always doing a festival. Too.
Yeah, there's always some.
Yeah, they
every
got
2
like
weeks.
4
There's
now.
like a nutty. There's you can do comedy, but like just music festivals
Yeah,
too.
they got like fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's music, but I mean, they
Moon
just have a
Tower,
shitload of stuff
yeah.
Oh yeah,
going on.
Fest
South
is
by.
out there too, right?
I'm doing Moon Tower this year. I can't wait.
I want to do Moon Town.
Gotta get on Moon
Yeah,
Tower.
they gotta
man.
ask us, you know.
I'll be at High Plains.
It's fucking. it's such a fun city. The food's great. You can get
That
like
is a
good
good
barbecue there.
Yeah,
Dude,
What's
outside of
the
the
spot?
Salt Lick, there's Franklin's.
yeah. The Salt
Franklin's
Lake.
is a spot in the town.
Man, yeah.
The barbecue's
Austin
sick.
is.
You go out to like a swimming hole. There's like swimming holes that you just like drive out to that aren't far from town, and you just go swim in a swimming hole all day, bake in the sun.
And it's where they filmed Dazed and Confused. So
And
that's
it's where
fun.
they film Dazed and Confused.
You can just
all
be
right.
there and be like, hey, what's
Hey.
going on?
Yeah.
This is
All right.
exactly, this is where it went
Dude,
down.
it's rad. They got a rad comedy scene, both like in the clubs and like underground comedy scene or
Yeah.
whatever. And like amazing comedians that come out of there. It's no surprise, you know.
Yeah, it's such
and it's
a
in
good-
it's in fucking Texas, which
It's like a liberal enclave, right?
It is. It's a
That's
tiny
exactly
little blue
what it
dot.
is.
It's a little
Yeah.
blue dot in the middle of fucking Texas, dude.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I fuck
It
with
is.
Austin.
It is an
hard.
amazing city, and I've only been there once.
Dude,
That's the
gotta go
thing
again.
about a lot of these cities. I've only been there like one. I've been to New York
I've been like
once,
4 or
been
5
to Austin
times to
once.
Austin.
I've been there like 2 or 3 times, but like it's all the same. Like I don't know, the first time is where you really do get your.
That's
like,
where you
fall in
build
love
that
with it.
memory, and
Yeah,
that's what
and then-
sells you for a week.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is
because when you come back, you're just always trying to like expand on that memory. So you're like, you come back to the city, and you're like, I went to this place last time. It was
So I'm gonna
dope.
go
We gotta
again.
Go, like here.
Rather than letting the night take you somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta be open to that night.
Well, that was the night. The night has taken me beautiful places in Austin, Texas before. Shout out to every part of that fucking city. God, it's great. There's like hipster. There's there's hipsters there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But
I
they're
like
like
a place.
still from Texas.
Yeah,
which
they're
is
like
cool.
Texas hipsters.
Like hipsters off the coast are super dope. I
Yeah.
feel like people don't give them credit for that.
For like
Like-
doing that in a crazy place.
Like
yeah.
Chicago hipsters are like cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not like annoying.
They're not like silver like fucking hipsters.
No,
where it's like
no,
you're-
they can like they still do
you're
stuff.
those people are just trying to be hot in a different way. But like a
Yeah,
Midwest
they're
hipster
trying
is a little different.
Yeah,
I'm
for
like, I'm
sure.
tired of being hot the normal way, so I'm going to be hot.
I'm gonna be
like
a
this
hipster
way.
hot.
Yeah.
And now next year they're gonna be. I don't know what's gonna come.
They'll be
back.
whatever the next
Beatnik.
thing. They'll be health goth or whatever the fuck the next thing is.
whatever comes up.
health goth. That
Health
sounds
goth.
fun.
Dude. Sean Jordan, it is time for your 4th and 5th
At
picks.
4th and 5th.
Yeah.
And I got them both. So for the 4th one,
Yeah.
we're going Deadwood, South Dakota.
What the fuck?
Whoa,
Deadwood is a city where you can go and you can actually feel like you are in the TV show Deadwood. They have all of the old. It's like a cowboy situation. It is so
That's
fun
pretty
to go
cool.
for a weekend.
Yeah.
living
like
in
Dodge
Deadwood.
City, Kansas, like that. I don't know.
It's
maybe
like that.
apples and oranges.
So-
I
yeah.
swear to God, you can walk down. They have like wood plank, like porches, saloons, double doors. You walk in, and it's the vibe. Like you can go to all these Old West museums, see where Wild Bill got shot. Like all of this super fun Western history.
Yeah.
and you can just live like that for a couple days.
But people like kind of party there too at night. They cut loose a little bit.
Yeah, they throw down. It's crazy. Like it's because that. And it's kind of by Sturgis, which was
yeah.
between Deadwood and Sturgis for me for like a
Okay.
weekend.
Sure.
Okay,
I picked
okay.
Deadwood because Sturgis is a little too gnarly, but it's
Sturgis
like that.
seems like it's real.
Yeah, I
It
wouldn't want to go to
is
Sturgis. I'd be
gnarly.
afraid. Yeah.
A lot
Gnarly.
of
That's-
chapped nipples out there.
Yeah.
but it's like that. Like you just take a vacation to Deadwood, you go, you gamble, and you act like
You can
just
gamble
act
out
like
there?
a cowboy. Yeah, you can gamble like crazy. It's
Oh,
full
I
on
didn't know
legal
I had no idea.
card games and everything. Yeah, I mean,
Really, games of chance too? Like you can roll dice?
I don't know if I've ever actually seen anybody rolling dice. I mean, I know card games like crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like
There's
there's
different
a lot of
gambling
complicated
laws.
rules. Yeah.
Are
Games
there,
of chance.
It might.
one-armed jacks? Are
Yeah.
there slot
Yes.
machines?
Yeah, dude, slots
Oh,
for
then
days.
you can play
Oh,
dice.
then yeah. It's game. It's just games of
One-armed
chance.
jacks. I've never heard of
That's
that.
a great term.
One-armed bandits. I don't even think that's the term. One-armed
is-
bandits. That's it.
Is one armed bandit? Either
Yeah,
way,
There's
I like
one-eyed jacks.
One-eyed jacks.
So Deadwood is like it's butted up against like a mountain where they would gold mine. Like it's butted right up against it.
Yeah.
So the town couldn't really grow any bigger, and it's just such a fun weekend history vacation. And like
I
you
like
go
that.
get buck at night. I mean the town kind of turns into that at night. Like
Yeah.
it's just you feel rowdy when you're there. You just feel like
I would too. So it turns
knocking
into
back
a
a
cowboy.
whiskey and like you got jeans on and you don't, you're not dressed like a cowboy, but you kind of,
Yeah.
you do a little
You
bit.
do put a flannel on. You
Yeah.
put a button-up
Just throw
flannel.
a flannel on, tuck
Yeah.
it into your jeans, and you just knock back a whiskey, and you're like, I'm a fucking cowboy tonight.
It's good to feel like a cowboy. Everybody wants that feeling.
Yeah.
It's romantic.
yeah, it's romantic
You
as
romanticize
shit.
it, and you slip into it like a character almost.
Being a cowboy for me is up there with being a rapper.
Yeah. It'd be a beautiful life. I
Be
wouldn't
a
want to do any...
cowboy. If I could be some type of a cowboy rapper rock star,
Cowboy Troy.
Cowboy Troy.
Yeah.
but with bars,
Right. Like a good cowboy
like
rapper.
real bars,
Like when Bone Thugs and Harmony did that cowboy album.
yeah, ghetto cowboy,
Yeah, Ghetto Cowboy.
yeah.
whoa.
My
You
name is.
better count your money.
And the white guy was
Better
in it.
count your
Remember?
money, ghetto
My name
cowboy.
is Powder P. Can I get a 12 gauge?
Yeah.
Who was that? Was it Kenny Rogers that had that? It's the Gambler, right? It's a sample from the
No,
Gambler.
it's...
No, Ghetto Cowboy is its own thing. It's
No,
Lil
but I mean,
Mosey.
like,
No, they sample
you better,
it. It's not-
you better
it's not the
count your money. That's
You better count
out of something. But I remember I didn't know that. I thought Bone Thugs
Me
came up
neither.
with
Count
that.
your money.
That's a weird thing about listening to only rap and then growing up. I will hear a song that some shit was sampled from.
Yeah.
I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
That's a different. I thought Missy Elliott made that.
Yeah,
up. You're
because it's
no.
like it's always weird shit.
Steely Dan stole this beat from Lord Tariq and Peter Guns.
That's how I listen to music
Yeah.
now, and it's fucking wild. I'll just be like, and then I'll tell people, and they'll be like, I always knew that.
Yeah.
I always knew that was the song base. I'm like, fuck you, man. I had to go to karaoke to find. You know how many beats I found out about just going to karaoke, and I'm like, oh shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh man.
Puff Daddy wasn't the genius I thought he was.
No, I thought he made all those songs.
Yeah.
just a marketing genius. That
It was
Puff
a
Daddy.
David Bowie song.
That's because I wasn't old enough to understand what they meant by samples.
Yeah.
So I thought Puffy would like record those parts and he just made it up. Like with fucking like I thought he was just doing I thought he just had a woman come in the studio and sing, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like I thought he just had a lady do that.
Right. He's like, I know they've done another song, but I brought a new one in to re-record
yeah, and
it.
then, I was like, this dude is a miracle.
That's amazing. Also amazing, Deadwood, South Dakota.
That
I'm
is a
telling
good-
you,
I like that.
It is.
I would give it a weekend for sure.
It is a fun whip, but that's it though. That's why it's one of my favorite picks because
Yeah.
it's
Just a week.
not. I mean, if you're in that, not hating on it. As I said earlier, you gotta love where you're from. But like, I cannot imagine living in Deadwood. I cannot.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
yeah,
a lot of places.
you go there for a week.
Oh shit. Is that me?
Oh no, that's me. My bad.
No, all right.
Oh, audio feedback issue.
Hey,
Yeah, dude.
We
That
still all good? G? All right, cool.
That's fuck it. Let's all go to Deadwood right now.
We'll go to
Podcast is
Deadwood.
done.
Let's just try it.
Well,
No, let's go to the
before
number
we go to
5 pick
Denver, we got to
first.
go to the number 5 pick. Yeah.
And I can't believe neither one of you took it. We're gonna go Philly.
Oh,
I've
Philly.
never been to
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Philly was on my list.
I've only been to Philly once, and it was a
Philly's
weekend.
Kiss was on my list.
It was so just the feel like again one of those cities where it's easy to get from the airport to downtown.
Right.
And right when I got out at downtown, it was just it just feels like such an amazing city.
Really?
Philly goes
I
hard.
love it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, back
And
in
they-
school, I used to dream about it every day.
Dude, so I was there for a friend's wedding, and we were in the fountain. So like you look down the street,
In
and
the
there's the
fountain?
Rocky Stairs, and there's a fountain, not Love Park, but the other big fountain. We were in
Yeah.
the fountain in our underwear, like probably 20 of us, drinking bottles of wine causing a ruckus, and cops just driving by like, look at them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because we weren't
having
doing
a good
anything
old-fashioned Philadelphia
that
night.
wrong. We were just
drinking in a fountain.
Yeah.
we were drinking wine, like we weren't drinking
Yeah.
40s or
Yeah.
anything. We were drinking. They're like, they got wine, no big.
Yeah.
Philly's
It was-
full of fucking idiots, but like that's the idiots know how to party for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Idiots do party good.
Yeah.
It was. I asked the person at the hotel. I was like, "Where's just like a Philly ass bar?" And it was like right around the corner. I went in. It was a fucking Philly ass bar. Like the Eagles were
Flyers.
on. It
Yeah.
was just like everybody was straight Philly. And then when I told people I wasn't from there, they loved it, and they were just so excited to tell me what to do, where
That's
to go,
the best
who
with
to
a
hang
city,
at, like just what I had to do. And I'm like, I'll do all that
Yeah.
I can.
I've never gone to a city where they weren't like that, except for except for LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LA's
People
the
in
only
LA
city-
are pretty quick
Most
to be
people
like,
are like, I work all day. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. You're like, I'm not from here, and they're like, fucking no one is.
Even
Shut
but
up.
even natives, even you like ask Androsky, he doesn't know. Like,
yeah.
he's
It's like
yeah.
you could do whatever.
I'm the Bigfoot. Yeah.
And with Philly, I don't care how some people look at it, but I've tried both the cheesesteaks.
I have too.
It's one of my favorite things.
Which
just
one's
like
Gino's?
The
Minneapolis.
Cheese Whiz one.
I tried them both. So
Well,
what
they
are the
both
two
do.
places?
You can do Pat's and Gino's. They're
Yeah,
right
yeah.
across the street from it. And Wit
Yep.
Whiz, you do it at both places,
Uh-huh.
or you can get a provolone. They both have the full armada of options. There's not much of a difference, as far as I could tell.
They were
I've
both dope.
Only
Water
been
ice.
hammered eating there.
People shit their pants. They're like, you got to try water ice. All it is shaved ice.
Yeah.
People
Water
talk
ice.
about it like
I
it's
think a lot.
gonna change the fucking game, and you're like, it's a snow cone, dog. I've been to a fair, But
Yeah,
they're
like
like, oh, you haven't had water ice. I'm like, yeah, I have. Though.
I've had water ice.
People don't want.
Tiger blood, we called it.
People don't want to think you've maybe had a better thing than they make.
Sure.
No.
And
Yeah.
You
I
know what
love
mean?
the glint in someone's eye when they're dropping something on you, and you're like, I've had it. But they're
yeah.
like, no, you haven't.
I was in Buffalo, and they're like, you got to get a beef weck sandwich. Like you can only get it in Buffalo. You can only get it in It's a fucking French dip.
I've had great French dip.
I've had great
I can
LA.
hook up a French dip at home.
Dude, exactly. You can make a French dip at home.
Yeah, it's not that crazy.
I don't need to try your specific kind of French dip. I was good, but
Yeah,
it was
French
like,
dip is a great idea. I love the idea of it's okay to dip our sandwich.
yeah, we have that other places.
Yeah, it's not like. Yeah, I get that.
Philly's
Yeah,
a fun.
Philly.
Philly's a great day too because the city's so full of history.
It's huge,
It is.
too, right?
Well,
You can run up the
is
Rocky
huge.
stairs, which is
it's
so
huge,
fun.
but like the old Philly's small and it's very walkable. Like, so you can walk around. You can like walk from the Liberty Bell to like where Benjamin Franklin lived, and like all the stuff is kind of in the same area.
And we went, we took a bus. So it was my friend's wedding, and we took a party bus, and his ex-wife's family is Philly born and raised, like to the core. So we get on this party bus, and they took us to like a Philly neighborhood with it you would see in like The Fighter or something like
yeah.
that.
Oh,
and
really?
it was so cool. Just walking around, it's just like you would see. You're like you're just like there's house, corner bar. Let's all go in the corner
Yeah.
bar, and it's lit up like a
Go to,
little
like,
bit too
Fish
much
Town or something.
It
Yeah.
was a blast, dude. And
West Philly.
just walking around, just that feel, that East Coast feel, that it's hard to get that in New
It's a
York
city.
because it's so big, and like New York's just so big. And Philly, you can still find that like neighborhood stuff that you hear about.
Yeah.
It
you can
seems
just
to
walk
me
to
Philly
it.
feels like people live there.
It does.
Like
Yeah.
when I'm in
New
New
York
York, it
doesn't.
doesn't feel like anybody lives
Yeah,
there.
you're like, where the fuck is your apartment?
People
They're like,
fucking
"It's
live
over
in
there."
Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. The sandwiches are great. Really fun bars. They have fun after-hour bars. I remember that I was there once, and I ended up at this after-hour bar that was like for journalists and for some reason a bunch of comedians were there too.
Weird.
But it was like this place you would go
Yeah.
like after the bars closed. It was great, man.
Yeah, Philly is a dope city.
That's your final pick.
That is my final pick. Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Half-Life. And it's time for me to go to my final pick.
Let's hear it, dog.
I can't believe I get it. I know I'm going, like, I usually like to have, like, an out-of-left-field pick, and I had a couple I thought about, but I'm going to go with Chicago. I got to go with the Chi.
That's a
Yeah.
good move.
Chi City,
that's
dude.
I got nothing against that.
Fucking,
Get some hot beef.
dude, get some hot beef, get some hot dogs, get a deep dish pizza.
Oh,
deep dish.
man.
All
dish.
that shit.
Press your face
I
on the
love
glass
a hot
at Sears
Italian
Tower.
beef, though.
Yeah.
More than, right? The Willis Tower, now they call it.
Sure.
There's
Go
the
out to Wrigleyville.
Wrigleyville, yeah.
Yeah.
There's that bean, whatever that crazy
Sure.
reflective thing
The
in that
Married with
park.
Children fountain.
Oh, yeah.
But more than anything, the bars don't close till 4.
Sure.
And everybody there celebrates that.
Yo.
It's an Illinois thing.
But it's
man.
not every bar, right?
I think maybe it's not everybody, like a lot of bars.
I think, like, from what I remember, it was like there's like a couple in every neighborhood, but not all bars are 4
Yeah,
a.m.
I think that's true. I don't think they all close
And then
at 4 a.m.
some open back up. Like they have this weird system where a lot will stay open till 4, and the ones that don't open at 6. So like you can go. You just have to find time to kill between 4 and 6 in the morning.
And then you
Other
go
than that,
back.
you can just be in a bar the whole time.
Yeah. I'm
Which is
blowing it so hard
astonishing.
right now, but there's a bar across the street from Second City where there was a stand-up comedy club that I performed at. There's a bar across the street from it that is
Up?
like
Or-
it's
Up was
Up
the
is the
club.
comedy club. The bar is like covered in all these crazy paintings. That like there was one Hannibal too.
That was an art museum that you snuck a 40 into.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. The
Wait,
Artist
was
Theater
that
of
the
Chicago.
show that Cable Car? No, what was it called? What's the show? Cable Car? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Like Kenny DeForest used to run it.
I don't think there was a show there.
oh, I don't know.
Okay.
But it's like covered in paint. There's like a painting of Rod Blagojevich in there, like naked. There's like a naked painting of Sarah Palin holding like a gun, and it's these like crazy, like they're not good paintings, but like the bar's covered in them, and they have this jukebox that like only has jazz and blues music in it. It was just like it was a bar that felt the most like a bar that I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm so bad with names. I can't believe I'm blanking on the name.
I hope
Chicago
someone...
feels like America to me.
Yeah,
Like
yes,
it's a very like everything you kind of want is there for like it to be a real American city.
Chicago is.
When they got that like
Such
the
an
mob
underrated
history
city.
too, which
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
huge.
death it wasn't fun, but like
Right,
just
right,
the
right.
vibe of the history is fun.
But it's right, yeah. It's like a huge city, but you can also there's parts of it you can walk around.
And they got the L train, which is like pretty
Yeah.
reliable.
My
I
favorite
thought.
movie in the world was set there, High Fidelity.
That's your favorite movie in
My
the
favorite
world?
movie in the whole ever made. It will be
First.
top of the list.
Do you like the book too?
Whole nother podcast. I love the book. The book was very different.
Nick
I'm finding out
Hornby?
the name of this bar.
Yeah. The your boys Lincoln Park are from there.
I
Because there is a
are they
Lincoln
from?
Park.
I don't know.
I think they're from
Second-
L.A.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's whack.
yeah.
I always thought
Yeah,
they
they're
were from Lincoln Park,
No,
Chicago.
there's a Lincoln Park, L.A.
I
The
didn't know
Old
that.
Town Ale House is the name of the Old Town Ale House.
Wait, Lincoln Park? That's your boys?
No, what? How did that get twisted?
He said your boys Lincoln Park.
No.
I
I
thought-
do
I'm
love all
not
their
mad- I'm not
music,
mad.
but we're not friends.
No, I meant. It's just the respect of the art.
Yeah, I just
You're a big fan of Mike Shinoda.
I like Mike Shinoda. I saw
Right.
his music and
Is
his
he the
art.
one who did Fort Minor too?
Yeah, there were some good Fort Minor
They were
songs.
good. Remember the name.
Yes,
That's a great song.
I've never heard of Fort Minor.
dude.
Is that
Yes,
another?
you have. Where'd you go? I miss you so. And then rap.
I don't know. Sing the whole thing.
Since you've been gone.
Sing
So
the whole
where'd
song
you
right now, a
go?
cappella.
Feels like you've been gone a while.
You remember that song?
That's about. Feels like you've
Shinoda
been
was
gone
one
a
of those
while.
guys-
Shinoda was all right, dude.
He just never had the proper vehicle to display the bars.
No.
There was I could see how Lincoln Park people would like Lincoln Park though.
I do too.
Yeah.
It goes hard.
It's-
I feel that same way about
they're not from
Evanescence.
Chicago.
Yeah. So in summation,
Now I like Chicago.
The Art
more.
Institute of Chicago is fucking one of the I love going to museums, art museums, and it's one of the best art museums I've ever been to. I've been to like the Louvre and the Tate and everything in New York and San Francisco, and this shit is like so good. It's big, and they have like American Gothic is there with the two farmers next to each other.
Oh, that'd be tight
The
just to
Nighthawk
see
is
it.
there. Like you just see these amazing fucking paintings.
I went
So that's
to-
like a fun afternoon.
I went to Chicago. I went in BB King's bar or
Yeah.
whatever that he owns. And we were there at like 3 getting drunk. And there was just some guy just ripping it on
That's
the
what I'm
guitar.
saying, dude. Like, the
It
music
so
is great.
Yeah, it's so great.
And the people that it's like kind of a similar thread through all of my picks are these cities where the people who live there love those cities.
Yeah, they
Like
live
people,
and die by it.
all the comedians who are from Chicago fucking love Chicago, right?
They roll
Bronger,
deep too.
Pete.
Even out here, they all
Yeah.
hang out together.
Exactly.
great.
Like
That's
Chicago
fantastic.
guys like love, and they talk about Chicago.
Yeah.
And they drink a lot of beer. Jack.
I don't know any people from Chicago who I'm bummed about knowing them.
yeah.
No, they're-
Yeah.
they're
yeah, that's
all
a
dope.
good point.
I'm like stoked about most, and they can all go pretty hard. Like Bronger, who's from Portland,
Man.
and Bronger and I both go hard from Portland, but Bronger's go hard feels like it's from Chicago.
I don't know
I
how
got
he
drunk
does
with
what he
Bronger
does.
one time in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was right after he shot his show, and he was super stoked, and we were at the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He was like, we were just talking, and he was like, "Oh, come on, I'll buy you some drinks," and he gets all excited.
Yeah.
And then like 30 minutes later, it was like, and then 2 Chicago guys came up, like him, and then James Fritz came up, and somebody else from Chicago.
Dude. Those
and just
Chicago guys.
Dude, talking to those guys like 20 minutes, I was fucking hammered. I couldn't believe it.
They can get it done.
It's that kind of city, man. It's just, they're fucking like happy drunks, man.
Yeah.
Happy
Well,
drunks.
they just like
I don't
drinking.
see how
Yeah.
there's any other kind of drunk person. I do not get it. If
I don't
I
know,
got
man.
upset when I was drunk, I wouldn't drink.
Chicago's happy drunks, and like the Onion is there. If you're like in with any of them or the AV Club, it's fun to go to those
that's
offices
right.
for a day. It's just great, man. It's just an important, great. It's just there's shit to do every night.
And it's a real city.
It's a real city.
Big public transportation, train
Yeah.
lines.
That city doesn't need you there.
Yeah, that's
But it wants you there.
That's
Yeah.
what I want. I want my cities. I want it to be coy. Like,
Yeah.
you can come in.
Chicago's
but
coy.
you can
dude.
also leave.
There's so much more to say about Chicago, but we've said so much already. So we're going to move on now, David, to your final pick. The final pick of the best cities in America to spend a weekend and draft.
This is a strange one.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to give me some flack. Arcata, California.
Arcade. Okay.
It's the jewel in the Humboldt County crown.
Yes, it is.
I broke my foot, I think, in Arcata.
Really?
This last time I broke it, yeah.
Oh, they have a skate park up there, huh? I used to go up there. I used to go up there like probably every 2 months to 3 months because they have comedy shows and shit like
It's
that.
a fun city.
It's so fun. It's so beautiful. It's a liberal enclave.
Yes.
Everybody. They have so much weed there that you don't even talk about it.
You don't even talk about it.
It's not even like, man, you guys got a lot of weed. They'd be like,
It's like fucking. You go to somebody's house. It's like, do you want a glass of water? It's not. You know what I mean?
The weed's out.
And I love that because I love smoking weed, but I don't like talking about smoking weed. I don't need a fucking.
Neither.
I don't need fucking tube socks with weed leaves on them. I just like where it's a part of the.
Yes.
It's a part of the culture.
Yes.
I've done shows out there, and people will come up to me after shows and be like, "Thank you so much for coming." Fat sacks of fat. Oh my! I did a show with Ngayo Belam up there.
Oh, that's the guy to do a weed
That's
show
the guy
with.
to do a weed show with, and it's like they
He
all
looks
have a
like
bunch
human
of money.
weed.
He does.
Yeah, dude, just wearing purple. It was so great.
His hair is like shiny the way weed is with the crystals.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's because it's the same reason. It's
Yeah.
THC.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ngayo Belam.
I love Ngayo,
He's the
dude.
best.
He
Fantastic,
is.
dude.
But like, I remember
Yeah,
doing a
Ngayo's
show up
fucking
there with
rad.
him, and we just had a great weekend. I went in the fucking the place next to our hotel the next morning, and the guy was like, "Hey, if you and Ngayo have like pictures, could you sign them and we'll put them up on the wall?"
Wow.
Like so dope. The people are there, so great. It's fucking beautiful.
The town
you can
is-
go to the beach.
You go to the beach. It's like an Ewok village on the beach.
It's
really
and
feels
it's like that weird, like almost like an Oregon beach where
It
it's
is.
like kind of cold and real pebbly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Humboldt County, they have a strip club / RV sales. It's called the Tip Top. You go in there, and it says Gentlemen's Club / RV sales, because I guess the town didn't want them to make a strip club. So the guy's like, I could sell RVs and do whatever the fuck I want in here. So, like,
That's so funny.
we went in there. There was like 2 strippers. They were the nicest. Like, I've never had anything, but they have a meat cone. It's like a waffle cone with potatoes and meat and gravy and carrots in there.
They got a
sounds dope.
classy little town center.
Yeah, it's a
Dude,
little.
it's
Yeah,
like
they got a
cute,
little
it's
square.
cute. Yeah, it looks
And
like Stars Hollow a little
all
bit.
these
Yeah.
front businesses, all these businesses that are clearly fronts. Dude, a disc golf course, a disc golf pro shop makes enough money to function.
Me,
Right,
right,
exactly.
exactly. Me, Kanane, and Brian Cook went up there to do the Savage Henry Festival.
Oh yeah,
And I remember sitting there when they like handed us the money for the show. They did it in kind of a secretive way, like in an envelope, like, and here's your, $200 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And and here's some weed, and he just threw it in like this, the biggest bag of weed, still to this day I've ever seen in my life. Just threw it. He threw a felony at us like it was nothing.
they love it. Yo,
Yeah.
You know how I met those guys? It was the day after I met you.
Yeah.
in Portland, because I met you, and for some weird reason, I was just like, I fucking like this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good dude. And I was like, Portland's so cool. I met the Savage Henry guy. Shout out to Chris Durant.
Chris Durant,
He
yeah.
was just sitting in front of ground control in Portland.
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, man, do you smoke weed? And I was like, shit, yeah. And he just gave me a handful of weed. And he's like, I'm Chris. I have a magazine. It's real funny.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I'll go there. And like, just great times. A bunch of weird people. It's like the same with Denver where it's kind of spicy.
Yeah, it is.
Late
a little
night,
spicy.
A late night. They got that Don's Donuts place.
Got to keep your eyes open, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people. It's a lot into the line for a lot of people.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of like traveling kids. Like there's a lot of
Sure.
kids who go up there to trim weed and shit like that. And it's just like, and it's so far away from everything. It's like, yeah, I've had nothing but great times out there.
Arcade is a great pick.
It's a good. I'm like really proud of it. Humboldt State's up there.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of money. So like whenever I go up there, it's like, it's not like sometimes you go to a small town and it's like, Rappin' Forte is going to be up there.
Yeah, yeah.
But they have so much money and it's Humboldt. It's just like
Legit people
Wu-Tang's
do
gonna
shows
be
there.
here. Exhibit's going to be
Yes.
here. Corrupt is like.
Well, and that was kind of
It's
always
on
the
Run
place.
the Jewels. Run the Jewels. It's on their like tour coming up.
Like
yeah.
weed was, way before it was legal anywhere. Humboldt was kind of always the place where it's like, it's pretty much legal. And so people would put it on there. They'd be like, nobody gives a shit.
I thought it was a lie. I thought growing up, I thought it was called Humboldt County because I would buy dudes and they would just call it Humboldt.
Yeah.
Or they'd call it Humble because that's what we thought. Like, they'd be like, well, what kind of, back when it was like Kind Bud or something else.
It's
like,
Humble Bud. Yeah.
No, this is Humble. This is Humble Bud.
yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I thought it was some mythical California,
That's
like,
funny.
dream place.
Yeah.
And then I got to go up there and like, I love it. Arcata, California, a weekend, great. The food is decent.
It's fine.
It's
good
fine.
I had
enough.
a really good burger, and I was good even with a broken foot. So that's saying something.
That's a
where I'm
good-
like,
that's a good burger.
This burger's making me forget about my stupid
Yeah.
busted foot right now.
And it like just makes you want to eat mushrooms. Like,
Yeah.
I did an
go
outdoor
be in the
festival
woods,
there one
dude.
time, and like these old ladies came up and gave me a hug and just gave me a bunch of joints. Like it's great. It's like for me, it's like for a weekend. After a weekend,
Yeah.
I think you start
the
to
good
see
thing.
the seedy
It
underbelly.
was starting to be sad a little bit.
There's a tweaker element.
Yeah.
But like for that
that
weekend,
tweaker element is popping in Northern California.
Yeah.
Like,
It is
any of those
going
small towns,
off.
and you're like, that's like a whole pocket full of dudes that are just
Tweaking.
zonked.
Yeah, a lot of Johnny Blaze hoodies. That's
So that concludes. That's the final pick of the best cities in America to spend a weekend in fantasy
yeah.
draft. Just to go over our lists again real quick. Sean Jordan, you led off with Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Booyakasha.
Stayed in the Booyakasha. Stayed in the Midwest and went to Minneapolis. And then what? Kanyegas, Nevada.
Kanyegas.
Went back to South Dakota for Deadwood.
I was hard to not just pick all South Dakota
Just all
cities.
South
no,
Dakota
you rap
cities.
hard. I respect it.
And then wrapped it all up with Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Illy.
The seat of democracy in this country for a while. I went with New Orleans first, and then Portland, Oregon, the Rose City, top of the food chain, jewel of the Pacific Northwest, and then New York City,
Portland to the east.
the Portland of the East.
Yeah,
most
yeah. A
people
lot
call
of
it.
people call it.
Most people call it Too Big Portland. And then Austin, Texas, and Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, you went good.
Illinois. I got
Man.
some big cities
Got some
there.
staples, and you covered the
I'm
country.
just thinking about my list before you say it. My list is like a bunch of places like your cool uncle said he went to jail in.
Yours is a bunch of places you happen to get laid in. It's
Yeah. That does. Yeah, does that inform a lot of my decisions on this podcast?
Yes, and those cities are San Francisco, California,
Yes.
Reno, Nevada,
Yes.
Denver, Colorado,
Yes.
the Mile High,
Yes.
Omaha, Nebraska,
Woo!
and Arcata, California.
Give it to him.
There
That's
it
a
is.
good. That's a well-rounded list.
These are some places to spend a weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, these are go.
I want to thank you both for coming back on the podcast so quick. I really appreciate it. Sean, you hit him up at Sean S. Jordan on Twitter.com. David Gborie, the G is silent on Twitter.com. Any dates? This is going to come out this week. Any what you're going to be? You want to plug?
I'm gonna be at Doc's Lab in San Francisco on December 21st.
There you go.
December 9th, Portland, Oregon. I will be there at the Secret Society, and I would love it. It's only like 130 seats, so I would love it if it's sold out.
Let's sell that out, Portland, Oregon. I got nothing. I'll be but buy my album 9.2 on Pitchfork from
that
Kill
album.
Rock Stars Records.
yeah.
Good album.
And then that's it. I'm at Ian Karmel on Twitter. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week for another brand new episode of All all anaphylactic shock. Everything.
That was a HeadGum podcast.